second and a chance to. Hitting people like a scene of amazement. While they slipping back, my feet is planted in the pavement. Crumble I can never do. So now I'm looking dead at you. What are you gonna do? You listen to the knowledge of a scholar. You say how I breathe, tell them how I holler. I'm the E-double, and I proclaim my name straight up. Good gang, peeps all game. I'm like a rhino, running through the roughest pack. They figure I'm a trigger happy nigga, so they step back. Breathe. The microphone is who lasts the longest, and who's the strongest. It ain't a game, it's plain to see. You listen to the sounds of breathe. There ain't no future in your front. I never got caught with a deal, and if you ever do, you will never do with me. Serving in the Cherokee, maybe it's a Geo. Like I'm like Benzo, we'll get it up for me. Never have to worry about my posse getting jumped. Cause if we ever do, yo, TV about to strong. Cause we don't go for playing, wanna play the rapper ball. When I'm on the mic, I ain't for playing, not at all. Cause I clock 10 G's a week, booming at my peak. Always CE sober, but I do get geek. I can give you a job, a place to eat. Hard to meet your homeboy Marty at a B.O.B. Party taking over, barking like a dog named Rover. I'm picking suckers like a 4-leaf clover. They biting words on the mic, this is cobras. So now they saying egg breeders get no. I'm the B, the R to the double E-D, and down with my homie G-A-S-N-O-E. And suckers cause them fatty cause they still be disagreeing. I don't give a cause I'm from F-L-I-N-T in the city where P runs slow. If you ever shoot through my city, now you know. Cause we a stupid business and we also got a pride. And if you don't like it, I suggest you break wide. Suckers study looking for the devil when he riot. Thinking that illegal is the best one, so they lie. I ain't got time to see a thing chain out. To give up all his money and to give up what he got. That's the way I am, MC B cannot be different. Never change the ways for the world or the government. If I was the president, then I would state facts. You leave it up to me, I paint the White House black and ain't no future in your front. There ain't no future in your front. I got dollars in my pocket, I can roll. If I was a fiend, then my gold would be stolen. Put my name breed on everything I own. And when I get my Jeep, I'm putting breed on the chrome. Shine it up good, kicking through my neighborhood. Motorola phone, fat rims in a Kenwood. Put to get around it, and then I'll have it drop. Just because the riding people think I'm selling rocks, but ain't no future in your front. There ain't no future in your front. Your flash when you clock it. Cruel to the rules of the world. Live my life raw cause I never liked the law. Top 10s on my ass, shoes, jeans. Selling big gates and tip for tat to the fiends. Got much dollars but I never break a sweat. Trying to move out, my posse saying, man, you got my back and I got yours. What time is it? Turn down the door. Let's start this party, all right? Kick out that Right. MC Bree, no future and no frontin'. What's up, everybody? This is For Black Righteous Folks Home, or you can call me For Black for short. We're going to talk today about Trump doing CPAC. We're going to show some of his speech that he gave, and also we're going to show Tom Homan. He also gave a speech warning the illegals. We're going to talk about that and other news, and then later we'll discuss Pan-Africanism and how people are really getting upset that we are not buying into this go back to Africa bullshit. We know that we're being targeted. Most of us are waking up to the realities of what is going on in real time. We don't have time to be fronting and playing around with our lives. A lot of people would like to be us in America. As you know, mass deportations is underway. So many different nationalities around the globe are being sent back home or to Panama or to Guantanamo or to where they come from. And this is the new reset that Trump is doing. We have got to know that our birthright is very important for our survival. And a lot of people have been trying to undermine our birthright here in this country and trying to make it seem like we really don't belong, and all these different messages and gaslighting and everything we will get into a little bit later. But first, let's get to Trump and see what he's been up to lately. As I said, I would try to do videos showcasing what he's talking on, because he is very unpredictable and he moves kind of quick on what he's talking about and different executive orders that he is signing into law and other things that we will show in this video. Please hit the like button. Please support by sharing and liking the video and subscribing to the channel. All videos that I show will be under the Fair Use of Copyright Act of 1976 for education, observation, research, commentary, entertainment, all of the above, not meaning to infringe, but to inform in real time and what's going on today, at today's date, what's going on. So let's get to the first video and let's see what Trump is talking about at CPAC.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And a very special hello to CPAC. It's been a long time. We've loved being back, and it's hotter than ever. This place is packed. You got to see outside. They don't know what's happening. They have no idea what's happening. And a friend is here from Argentina, and a friend is here from Poland. Stand up. Great job. Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the nation's capital, where our movement is thriving, fighting, winning, and dominating Washington like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like this before. They used to have a little smaller crowds here. It's a little bigger. The fraudsters, liars, cheaters, globalists, and deep state bureaucrats are being sent packing. The illegal alien criminals are being sent home. We're draining the swamp, and we're restoring government by the people, for the people. For years, Washington was controlled by a sinister group of radical left Marxists, warmongers, and corrupt special interests who drained our wealth, attacked our liberties, obliterated our borders, and sucked our country dry. Not any longer. But on November 5th, we stood up to all the corrupt forces that were destroying America. We took away their power. We took away their confidence. They lost their confidence. You know, do you ever watch? They lost their confidence. Oh, it's so nice to watch.
Oh
we
my
took
God.
back our country, and we must be doing something right, because we've got the highest poll numbers that I've ever had and that any Republican president has ever had. And our approval rating is now the highest ever across all demographics. Rasmussen just came out at 56%. Insider Advantage 56%, RMG Research 57%, and we have many polls in the mid-60s, one at 71%. We like that 71. And according to YouGov, a big deal, 70% of Americans believe that what we are doing is right, and we are keeping our promises. That's all we're doing, when you think, is keeping our promises. That's all we had to do. And their promises weren't worthwhile to go and vote for. They loved men playing in women's sports, open borders, little things like that. But don't tell them. Don't tell them. Keep it quiet. We'll tell them about a week before the next election. Now keep it quiet. Let them think it's a great thing what they're doing. You saw Maine yesterday, right? The governor of Maine.
Yes, before he talks about that, let me show you what happened with the Maine governor and Trump. They sparred a little bit. I want to show y'all that before he talks about it. This is big smackdown that Trump did to this Maine governor. And this was very interesting. So let me show this. All videos fair use. Yes, let's look at and review this.
2 weeks ago, I signed an executive order banning men from playing in women's sports. Many Democrats are fighting me on that. I hope you continue, because you'll never win another race. And it's just crazy. If you look at what happened with the boxing, if you look at what happened with the weightlifting numbers, where a record that hadn't been broken for 19 years got shattered. But, you know, they put up an eighth of an ounce here, an eighth of an ounce there, and it's 218 pounds or whatever was that. And hadn't been broken in 19 years. And then a guy walks up who transitioned. He transitioned, and he knocked out that record by about 100 pounds. That would be a record not going to be broken again in a long. So we put a ban on it, and to protect women. I mean, the women, if you watch the Olympics, you had two transitioned people that were fighting in the women's boxing. They have women's boxing category, and if you saw that, it was brutal. What happened to the Italian woman was a really good boxer. After one punch, she said, no more. I've never been hit. It was a left. It was not even it was just a left jab. She got hit so hard, she said, I can't do it. They forced her to go out. No, go out again. You'll do it. Goes out again, gets hit again. No, that's it. She didn't want to die. And it's crazy, but the NCAA has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Well, are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it, because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply, because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor, because I don't think you'll be in elected politics. Every state has a responsibility to comply with Title IX. They have an obligation, a legal obligation, and we'll be enforcing aggressively, and we're going to be protecting our citizens. We're going to protect.
Okay, so that's what happened the other day. So he's about to talk about that right now on CPAC. Let's listen.
She's fighting to keep men in women's sports. You ever see what happens to a woman when a woman boxes a man who transitioned to womanhood? Did you ever see what happens? It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Let her do that fight. Let them all do that fight. Because I think that's about a 90-10 issue, and I can't figure out who the 10% are. Nobody can. So today I want to say thank you to all of the incredible patriots of CPAC and all of the incredible patriots in our country. 77 million, and it's actually much more than that, because despite that, they cheated like hell. It was just too big to rig. It was too big to...
Roberto, it's all important, not just grocery prices. Also, transgender being in women's sports was very messed up to have happen. Let me give you an example of what he means, because I have been looking up on what the effects of these people that are fighting women in MMA. I believe this happened on TMZ. Let me see.
Wow, Erica Newsom goes for the takedown. Fallon Fox escaped. They're both back up on their feet.
Good throws and reversals by both fighters.
These girls are getting right into it. Fox to the knees, and that's it. Fallon Fox.
Both girls, my jokes, just jokes. It was not two girls. It was a transgender versus a woman. And Trump is out here protecting sports again for young women and girls. So I do support that. That's one of the things that I voted for. And that's what I wanted to showcase for those that are confused on what does happen when you have the same, different sexes that are in combative sports. It also can be said There was also a transgender man that was just knocked out not that long ago. I could show that as well. I'll save that part for later maybe. But let's get back to the CPAC and understand that Trump is on the right track when it comes to that. You might not agree with everything he does and says, but that's one of the things that I am in agreement with. Let's get back to CPAC.
Too big to rig. It was too big to rig. 77 million. Remember, you used to go, I said, look, we're leading in the polls by a lot. Don't believe the polls. Just go and vote. You got to vote. We got to make it too big to rig. And they tried, but it was too big to rig. One of the great statements. We love it because everybody wanted voted. We fought through hell together, but in the end, we achieved the great liberation of America. We're liberating our country right now. We're doing all these things that you're reading about. We're liberating our country. I first spoke to this gathering 14 years ago, and I won your straw poll. I didn't know anything about a straw poll. They took this big straw poll, and I won by like 27 points. And I figured, that's good. Maybe I should keep doing it, and I did. And I became president. Isn't that great? Who would think? Who would think? But he became president too. He's a MAGA guy too. Make Argentina great again, right? Make Argentina great again. I kept hearing about this man. In beautiful Argentina, and it is beautiful, but boy, did it have inflation. Inflation made it less beautiful. I hear you're doing fantastically. We're very proud of you, actually. And make Argentina great. Thank you very much. Great honor to have you. But now it's my honor to address you for the first time as your 47th President of the United States. Great honor. By thanking Matt and Mercedes Schlepp for the incredible job they do, and everyone they put together. They put together an amazing team, the American Conservative Union, for organizing this event. You have some big players here. Senator Ted Cruz, Eric Schmidt, Jim Banks of Indiana. Where's Eric? Where is Eric? Is it? Hello, Eric. You can see Eric anywhere. If he's right in the back of the room, he stands up. They're all good. These are great people. Representatives Riley Moore, James Comer, Harriet Hagerman, Byron Donalds. Our great Attorney General, she's going to be great, Pam Bondi. Where's Pam? I don't know where she is. So many people. Secretary Doug Burgum. Secretary Chris Wright. Oh, he's going to get that energy out of the ground. Secretary Scott Turner. Our next ambassador to the United Nations, Elise Stefanik, who just gave a great speech, by the way. A very good friend of mine. Is this guy central casting, though? Tom Homan. Is he central casting? Where is it? I love Tom. I love that. How could I love a guy like that? But I do. He's doing a great job. Thank you, Tom, very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Arkansas Governor Sarah Sanders. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. And Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday. I love that name. We're also honored to be joined by President Duda of Poland, who's a fantastic man and a great friend of mine. And we got 84% of the Polish people that voted for us, so you must be doing something right, huh? Hanging out with Trump. And again, President Milei of Argentina. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a great guy. And the Prime Minister of Slovakia, Robert Fico. Robert, thank you, Robert. Thank you. Nice to see you. The leader of the UK Reform Party, who, by the way, did really well in that last election. I've been his friend for a long time, and I wasn't sure, am I supposed to be his friend or not? But it never mattered to me if he did well or not. I always liked him, but it's easier to like him when he got the kind of votes he got. He really took it by storm, and they say he's going to do even better this time. Nigel Farage. Where is Nigel? Thank you, Nigel. Thank you. What a great guy. The leader of Spain's Vox Party, Santiago Obiscal. Thank you, Santiago. Thank you. Thank you very much. I thought that was you. Thank you very much. Great job you're doing. And a friend of mine, Eduardo Bolsonaro of Brazil, the Chamber of Deputies. Thank you. Thank you. Say hello to your father. Thank you very much. Great family. Great gentleman and a great family. And our great First Lady, Melania, is watching us right now on television. So give her a hand. Give her a hand. Whoa. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, she's going to be happy. That's so nice. We love our First Lady. Everybody does. With the help of so many incredible supporters here today, we're going to forge a new and lasting political majority that will drive American politics for generations to come. I think we're going to do fantastically well in the midterms. You know, in theory, the one that wins the presidency does not do well in the midterms, but I think this is going to be a change. We're at a level, I don't think we've been at this level maybe ever as the Republican Party. We're a bigger, better, stronger party than ever before. More people in our party than ever before. But the people have given us a resounding mandate for dramatic change in Washington, and we are going to deliver it. We're going to use it, and we're going to make America great again by using it. So it's going to be something. But think of it, at the presidential level, we won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. We swept all 7 swing states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, all by great margins. We won 85% of all of the counties in America. That means that map was red. Did you ever see the map? Did you see the certified map? Where is it? I want to see a certified map. It's all red. You can hardly find the blue. Think of this. They won 525 counties, and we won 2,600 counties. It's the biggest margin ever recorded. And incredibly, for the first time ever, all 50 states shifted toward the Republican Party. It's never happened before. So it was indeed too big to rig. We won the largest number of African American votes in Republican history, by far. We won the largest number of Hispanic American votes, any Republican ever. Hispanic Americans, we love you. The energy, the brilliance of Hispanic Americans. We won all of the cities and towns along the Texas border, whereas before I ran, we won none. We never used to win any. I got a call from our great governor of Texas who said, President, you just won every single town along the Texas border to Mexico. I said, oh, is that good? He said, it hasn't happened since Reconstruction. I said, define Reconstruction for me. He said, that means essentially the Civil War. That's a long time. But that was when I first heard about it, actually. Our party has become the proud voice of hardworking citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. And I think one of the main reasons, not that we're conservative or not that we're anything else, We are the party of common sense. It's about common sense, right? It's all about common sense.
Okay, for those that don't know what CPAC is, because I didn't know, it's the Conservative Political Action Conference. It is an annual political conference attended by conservative activists and officials from across the United States. CPAC is hosted by the American Conservative Union. The first was taking place in 1974. So I didn't know. I'm not in politics. This is not my thing, but I'm learning as I go. So I just want those that don't know what CPAC was. Let's get back to this.
Over the past month, we've confirmed an all-star team of warriors, patriots, visionaries, and put the America First agenda into action. I see Doug Burgum sitting right over there. He was so good. I looked at him. I said, I got to have him here. I gotta have him. He was a great governor. He's involved with a little thing called energy. He's got the Department of Interior, and Chris Wright has the Department of Energy. So Chris has no energy. And
let me just say thank y'all for all being in the chat room. I really appreciate it, and also in the clouds, but I don't see a lot of likes. So if you guys could please do me a favor by hitting the like button. There's 3 buttons at the right hand corner. You can hit that and then thumbs up, or hit the screen, double tap it, and then you can hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. You're here, you might as well support. Let's go.
Doug has all of the energy. Chris has more interior, but he doesn't have. So I merged them. So now you have an energy guy, and you have the guy with all the energy, and you're going to drill, baby, drill, aren't you, huh? Drill, baby, drill. And Catherine, stand up. His wife is incredible. She is such an incredible woman. Incredible woman. You got very lucky, Doug. It's good to be successful, isn't it, Doug? She's an incredible woman. He's an incredible guy. In addition to the great cabinet secretaries we have here today, we confirm Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth to end the woke insanity and rebuild our military. Pete is fantastic. Thank you. To stop the weaponization of federal law enforcement, I know about that, I think, better than any human being on earth. This week, we swore in a new director of the FBI, somebody that everybody wanted, Kash Patel. Kash is great. He's a popular guy. He went through.
Well, I hope this new guy, Patel, is going to do the right thing by investigating the latest news. And when it comes to Pennsylvania, there was recently today a gunman who took hostage at the U.S. hospital who killed an officer. Let me showcase that. I want to fit in the news as I can because his speech is fairly long. We won't be doing the whole entire speech because it is an hour and some change, but we will get to the bulk of what he's talking on. But this is one of the things that Patel and other authorities are going to have to deal with. This happened today, I believe, not that long ago. Gunman killed an officer. 5 others were wounded after a gunman held staff hostage in the USA hospital. Let me fast forward this a little bit.
Carrying with him a bag that did include a handgun and zip ties. That becomes important for what he did later on. He went straight to the ICU, and in the ICU, this individual went and held hostage members of the UPMC staff. In total, he wound up discharging his firearm and struck 3 members of the UPMC staff. One was a doctor who was grazed. The other was a nurse and a custodian who are in stable condition at this time. And in fact, this individual, Diogenes Archangel Ortiz, did discharge his firearm at UPMC officers. He did hold individuals hostage, and that led to contacting the authorities and to the response of multiple law enforcement agencies. What had occurred at that point is when they went to go ahead and breach information, the ICU, the individual was holding at gunpoint a member of the UPMC staff and ordered the police to get back to behind the doors. They did, so that the person being held hostage would not be harmed, and were attempting to try to engage in discussion with Mr. Archangel Ortiz. When he came out, Mr. Diogenes Archangel Ortiz came out holding at gunpoint a member of the UPMC staff who was also had her hands tied with the aforementioned zip ties. Holding her at gunpoint, coming out into the hallway, the officers, left with no recourse, did open fire and did shoot and kill Diogenes Archangel Ortiz. During the course of the armed confrontation that was caused by Mr. Archangel Ortiz, there were 3 officers who were struck. Reviewing all of that evidence, it is absolutely clear and beyond any and all doubt that the officers were justified in taking their action and using deadly force. Quite frankly, they needed to use deadly force because by doing so, they potentially saved even more lives, even as they lost one of their own.
So that's the latest in breaking news pertaining to a hospital in Pennsylvania. And maybe that Patel guy will have something to be said about this hospital hostage situation. And an officer was killed. The person that perpetrated this was killed. And I'm sure this was 6 hours ago about. It says a man armed with a pistol carrying a zip ties allegedly entered a Pennsylvania hospital's intensive care unit, took staff members hostage before he was killed by police in a shootout. However, this incident also led to the death of a police officer during the gunfire exchange. So, yes, maybe Patel will have some insight on that coming up. But let's get back to the latest in the CPAC.
He went through with the blessing of a lot of good people, too. I'll tell you, it was great. To end the politicalization of our intelligence agencies, we confirmed Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, who is something very respected, highly respected. And to make America healthy again, we confirmed Secretary of Health and Human And to make America healthy again, we confirm Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Great guy. We need him. We need him. You know, there's a number on autism as an example with children, autism. And you go back 15 years, it was from 10 to 20,000. You had like 1 in 10 to 20,000. Some say 10, some say 20, but it was in that vicinity. That's a big vicinity. Now it's 1 in 36 babies have autism. 1 in 36. Think it was 1 in probably 20,000 people. Now it's 1 in 36. There's something wrong. Something's wrong, and Bobby is going to find it. Working with Dr. Oz, by the way. Working with Dr. Oz. Together, we've achieved more in 4 weeks than most administrations achieve in 4 years. We made a lot of progress. I heard O'Reilly last night say Donald Trump for the first 4 weeks is the greatest president ever in the history of our country. That was O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly is all right. You know who he said second was? George Washington. That's not bad. I beat George Washington. I love beating George Washington. Thank you, Bill. On our first day in office, we declared a national emergency at our southern border. After years of politicians using our military to defend foreign borders while leaving our country defenseless, helpless, we deployed a group of people, active duty troops, to defend our border and repel the invasion of our country. This was an invasion. You know, we had a great first term, a really great first term, and I called it an invasion. And we had great numbers, but now we have the best numbers we've ever had. We've never had numbers like this. We've done it all in 4 weeks. Think of it. That was Tom Homan, Christy Nome, the whole group. On day one, I ended catch and release. I reinstated remain in Mexico when I signed an order that will end birthright citizenship for the children of illegal aliens. Because it wasn't meant for these children. It wasn't meant for people that escaped or invaded, came into our country illegally. It was meant for the children of slaves. Because when it was done, many, many years ago, it was during a very tough period in this country's history, and that was meant for the children of slaves. I wish people would understand that so they could get this thing approved and we don't have millions and millions of people coming into our country and they shouldn't be here. This week, I also canceled temporary protected status.
Again, that is a birthright assigned to primarily the Black Americans of this country. There seems to be a lot of people that want to attach themselves to our birthright, and he's making a distinction over who it belongs to. The 14th Amendment was meant for. Also on the border, federal agents now outnumber illegal crossers, so that's good news. Let's take a look at this before I continue.
The Post recently got the opportunity to ride along with Border Patrol agents in the El Paso, Texas sector, which spans both West Texas and New Mexico. In the span of just 4 quiet hours on the border, one migrant was apprehended and fought back tears as he was met by 6 burly federal agents who were likely to kick him back to Mexico within the same day. Mexican migrant Giovanni, who's 23, was the migrant trying to run from Border Patrol agents after he scaled the border wall.
De hecho, hasta me raspé acá para cruzarme la malla. Tengo unos raspones.
It was his second attempt crossing the border, which just cost him $7,000 in smuggling fees to the coyotes or cartel operatives who helped him make entry.
Pues estoy triste. Porque no crucé. No puedo llegar a mi destino, pues estoy triste.
Some of these illegal aliens, they spend all their money, all their savings, all their resources to make this illegal entry into the United States.
With more manpower and time, the military and Border Patrol has now teamed up to capture the previously cartel-conquered Mount Cristo Rey in Sunland Park. This is the El Paso sector of the border. We're currently in Sunland Park, New Mexico, on Mount Cristo Rey. This is where the smugglers trying to move people who are trying to get away from Border Patrol by going through these peaks and valleys of this mountainous area. Right here, you can see there's actually a sensor. This is an artificial intelligence sensor that is used by Border Patrol to detect any of those runners so that they can alert agents. Nearly a year before, and just 15 miles down the road from the mountainous crossing point, hundreds of migrants bum rushed the border and tackled troops on their way.
Now, this would it look like about a year ago, them bum rushing the border agents there, and they were no match because there were too many people. And now Trump has come and he has, downsized significantly all these illegal crossings. And we have to salute him for that because, again, it was an invasion. That's what it was. Biden and Harris allowed this border to be open on purpose. I believe because of George Soros and his open border mentality, open society, all these things, they all wanted to have these things happen. And it's a terrible thing to clean up. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people that's highly emotional about how Trump is going about doing it. But it's just been so many illegal crossings. So it is what it is.
This is exactly where that happened. That was under the previous administration, under the Biden administration, when we saw massive surges of illegal migrants coming across the border, those were record numbers. I remember being down here nearly a year ago and seeing this scene of chaos, violence, destruction, of people desperate to get into the U.S.
Obviously, there was a need to have Trump doing what he's doing. Look at all this right here. Look at all this. It's crazy. This is absolutely insane.
Get caught and then released. That's all over under this administration. The Trump administration has ended catch and release, and we're not seeing this kind of activity here at these areas that used to see hundreds of migrants amassing. Now it's quiet. With Trump back in office, Border Patrol.
Now it's quiet. So let's get back to Trump. Again, I salute him doing what he's doing. Maybe not every case that he's handled is to satisfaction, but he is attempting to do what most other people dare do. And, these people knew in advance that he was coming. So he is acting, like he has a mandate from the voters. And that's exactly how he's moving. Let's go.
Status for migrants from Haiti. They're pouring into our country. Pouring in. If I weren't elected president, there'd be nobody in Haiti anymore. They were pouring in at levels from other countries too. All over Africa, the Congo, all over South America. And they were coming in from prisons and mental institutions and insane asylums, jails, and gang members. And you have to see gang members, drug lords, people that are drug addicted. They were sending them all into our ridiculous and very stupid Biden open border. Our border czar was Kamala. Haven't said that name in a while. I haven't said that name. No, I haven't said that name in a while. Kamala. Nobody knows her last name. Nobody ever knows her last name. Even during the campaign, you'd have to say Kamala. It's strange, a little different name. Kamala, because the last name was Harris. I used to say Senator Harris. Nobody knew who the hell I was talking about. So I had to go Kamala. But think of it, I was beating Joe badly, really badly. And they changed him. I'm the only one that ever had to beat two people. I had to beat two.
Okay.
We beat two. I didn't beat. You beat. You beat two people. No, he was doing badly. That's like the great Dana White. He has a fight, and one guy's doing really badly, so when they take him out, they put another guy in to fight the same guy I had that. Never happened before. A lot of things we do never happened before. You ever notice that? We're the first in everything. So we beat two candidates. They said, who do you run against? Well, we're in against Biden, and we're in against Kamala Harris. But illegal border crossings now have plummeted by almost 100%. The border czar never called the border, never called the great people of the border. They have unbelievable. I called them so much they couldn't take my calls. They hated me. But then they became to love me. You know why? Because the border people want to have great borders. But you have to call them on occasion. How are we doing today? Pete, how are we doing? You have to call. And we called the right guys. I became friends. The Border Patrol endorsed me. And these people, you have no idea. They weren't supposed to, because you're not supposed to do that. I don't think you're allowed to do it. Actually, they did it anyway. They said, this is crazy. But these are great people, and ICE, and our general law enforcement, and by the way, our great, great firemen and firewomen, too. They were great. They all endorsed us. With the police, we got high 90s in terms of, and many of them were unionized, We have a young lady who's right now going for the Department of Labor, and she tends to be a little bit on the slightly left of center. And everybody said, why did I do that? I said, you know why I did that? Because unions like her, and labor likes her, and a lot of people like her, and she's very solid, very strong, and she's going to do the right thing. But they all voted for us. They didn't vote for me, they voted for us. We got the Teamsters, we got the firefighters, we got the police, we got the auto workers were so great. We had tremendous support, so I think it's nice to give them a person in the center, because that's what she's going to be very good, I think. But a lot of people said, why'd you do that? I said, because I want to do something nice for these people that voted for me. Oh, gee, what a great political move that was. Now they're all saying, what a great political move. No, it's all common sense. Remember that. Remember that. Sean O'Brien was fantastic. The whole group, they were great. Over the past few weeks, we've begun the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than that of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a very moderate man, but he was very strong on that. He didn't like people running into our country and taking over our country. I'll tell you, I had 4 years. I don't know if you had this. I couldn't stand it. Don't get angry. Donald, don't get angry, please. I couldn't stand it. Watching these people come in from jails and mental institutions and the worst criminals in the street, gang members being dropped off in buses and bust into our country. I couldn't stand it. So I said, I'm going to run for president again. And now we don't have that problem.
I heard that.
Now we don't have that problem anymore.
I heard that. Wow.
We don't have that problem anymore. We now have the best border we've ever had. And by the way, if they can ever find my world's favorite chart ever in history, I'll show you what it was when I left. And now it's even slightly better. Can you drop that chart, do you think? I don't know. I never tell them about this, but they used to drop it like magic. If they can, they'll drop it. Who the hell knows? But it's my favorite chart. My favorite chart in history. We're liberating communities like Aurora, Colorado, and Springfield, Ohio, that have been occupied by illegal alien criminals from all over the world. We're rescuing the Americans whose jobs have been stolen, whose wages have been robbed, and whose way of life has been absolutely destroyed. And under the Trump administration, our country will not be turned into a dumping ground. We're not going to do it. We're going to have a great country again. It's going to happen soon, a lot sooner than you think. And we're going to have so much money coming in from tariffs. Oh, you're going to say, your senators and your congressmen are going to say, please, sir, please. You're making us look so bad. We have so much money coming in. I didn't know this was going to happen. Please don't do this to us. We look very bad. But they're great. They're doing well. I'll tell you, the Republican senators they're sticking together. The Republican congressmen and women are sticking together. Now, every once in a while, you have one that wants a little action or something. I don't know what it is. It's so sad to see. I just hate to see it. I hate to see it, but they're sticking together. One thing about the Democrats, they have rotten, horrible policy, the worst policy in history, but they stick together. We have great policy, but sometimes they don't stick, but they've been sticking for us. They've been sticking. And I think the speaker and the leader have done a fantastic job. That's Thune and Johnson, and I think they've done, two guys really working hard and doing it. They're really doing a great job. But we have a lot to stick with. We have a lot to stick together for, because what we've done has never been done before. Nobody's ever seen anything like this, and nobody's ever seen 4 weeks like we've had. Especially the 4 weeks, the first 4 weeks. You know, that's like if you golf, when you sink that first 4-footer in the first hole, it gives you confidence. On the next hole, you sink another one. Now you go into that third hole and you can't, and by the time you get to the 5th hole, you feel you can't miss, right? Like a baseball player, he gets up and he hits the first one, and then the second at bat, he hits that one. And, you know, and we have great confidence, and they've lost their confidence, as I said. They really lost their confidence.
Yeah, they should have. You know, the Democrats have done too much, and they have been in power for too long. They don't have nothing to show for except for destruction. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I like to get other people's views in the chat pertaining to what you have seen so far. What do you guys think from what Trump has said? Do you think he is on target with what you like him to say, or do you think he's off track I don't know. Right now, I think that he's doing as best the job as one can be in 1 month's time. I'm not really sure about all the firing so much because of how fast it has happened, and so many different people are affected by these firings. I don't know if that is the best way to go, but he seems to think, and I guess we will see in due time what will be behind that. Debbie says more facts will probably come out. Mr. Broski, how are you doing? Thank you for coming through. You said regulation of the land said, yes, Austin has gotten higher over the years, autism rather. They should find out why. Exactly. David says the autism rates are mind blowing. Something is definitely up. Levon says, hello, what's up? How are you? Debbie says also something has to be causing it. Other countries don't have these high numbers. Yeah, you think something has to give with all that. It is truly a phenomenon that they could maybe figure out if they focus and hone in on the issue. So that's correct. Debbie says birth citizenship wasn't meant to fly in and give birth. Exactly, Debbie. They have abused that amendment in the Constitution and have pretty much hijacked the true meaning of it and have utilized it for their own advancements on the backs of my ancestors and other people's ancestors of old here in this country that did toil in this country, enslaved in this country, and people just take it for granted like it's an entitlement for them, and they didn't earn it. They didn't have blood, sweat, and tears and deaths behind it and slavery behind it and everything else that came with that to acquire that birthright. So for them to just waltz in or fly in and get that applied to them is kind of insane to me. I understand that some people might feel totally different, but that was not the true meaning of what it stemmed from. So that is the truth. Of the Land says, welcome to the live, everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thanks. Thank you for that. And let me see. David says, thank God President Trump has people protecting the border now, but I am concerned about who could already be in the country from Biden's term. You're right about that. We also have to know that there are these cells of people that really have these ill will feelings about America, Americans, the economy, and all the things that come with being in this country. A lot of people have disdain for this country, and we have allowed anyone and everybody to come on in. So not all those people can be good people, and Trump is rooting them out and getting them out, and I salute that. Green Sky says, so would this earn them birthright citizenship intended? You said, so would this earn them birthright citizenship intended? Well, they're working on trying to stop the loopholes of that birthright. That's what Trump is talking about. So I'm not quite sure what your statement means, but I tried. Robert says, spent all his money on drugs to sell to your kids. Now what does he do? LOL, poor guy. I'm not quite sure who you're referring to, Robert. Lindsay says they are being fished out and sent back one by one. Yes, they are. And Of the Land says, very glad that President Trump is working on securing the border. I am too. Mr. Broski said he's doing what the people voted him for. Exactly. So the ones that are really upset that these deportations are happening, and also everything else that's happening, you have to go back to the charts of who voted for who, and you can point the fingers at mainly the people that's complaining about it. It's happening to them. They did it to themselves in a lot of ways. You can't blame it on the black folks because they, by and large, voted for Democrats. I didn't vote for the Democrats, but the vast majority of black folks in America voted for Harris. So unfortunately, luckily, rather, it didn't pan out the way in which they voted for, because they were voting against their own self-interest. Black people tend to not vote for their own self-interest. They vote for others. And luckily, other people stood up and voted for the right thing. Unfortunately, the right thing went against a lot of the people that now is being affected by these mass deportations, and that is what is going on. It is what it is. Okay. Debbie says making Mexico America great and safe. Okay. Green Skies says not true, hun. If all passes, if the immigrants are not deported within 24 hours, they will be charged with life in prison. What do you mean by that? I'm not quite sure if that is true or not, but I'm listening. We will see what's going to be. I don't know. I'm not going to make assumptions. You're making a comment. You're indicating that this might be a charge in life sentence. I'm not quite sure if that will be the truth or not. Lindsay says, where are you getting that nonsense from? I don't know what you mean by that. Of course, we need appropriate actions, but there will be the floodgates open, you say? Okay, you're asking. David says, I hope that does mean past green skies, not true green skies. Okay, you said you hope that it does pass. Okay. And John says that's what real leaders do, choose a path and lead. Thank God we have people voted him in. Green Sky says it's not nonsense. They are putting orders in place for this to happen. The land says, yes, Mexico should become safer now. Mr. Broski says false. Green Skies. Green Sky says, okay, maybe if you say it's enough, Mr. Broski, it will be true. Okay, you guys are talking among yourselves. So let me get back to Trump. We're going to wrap it up in just a little bit, but I just wanted y'all to get a taste of what happened at CPAC. I do want to show the speech that Tom Holmes also gave for the warning he gave to the illegals. And if he does not bring him up pretty soon, I am going to play that video in just a little bit, in about 10 minutes. So let's get back to this. Please hit the like button. Please share and subscribe. Thank you.
Really screwed up. I watched this MSNBC, which is a threat to democracy, actually. They're stone cold, but they're stuttering. They're all screwed up. They're all mentally screwed up. They don't know what. Their ratings have gone down the tubes. I don't even talk about CNN. CNN's sort of like, I don't know, they're pathetic, actually. But MSNBC was mean. Their ratings are absolutely down. This Rachel Maddow, what does she have? She's got nothing. Nothing. She took a sabbatical where she worked one day a week. They paid her a lot of money. She gets no ratings. I should go against her in the ratings, because I'll tell you, she gets no ratings. All she does is to talk about Trump, all different subjects, Trump this, Trump that. But these people are really, I mean, they lie. They shouldn't be allowed to lie every night. They are really a vehicle of the Democrat Party. They should be paying. Is that Gordon? Yes, is that Gordon? The great Gordon Chang? Is that Gordon? Stand up, Gordon. Wow. We have everybody here today. Thank you very much. How am I doing on China? Am I doing good? Am I doing good on China? Tell you one thing, nobody's ever done like I've done on China. Nobody ever let people know what was happening with respect to China. And I happen to like President Xi, and I have tremendous respect for the people of China, love the people of China. But we've been treated very unfairly by China and many other countries. And we're not being unfairly treated anymore. We had that down to a science in the first term, and then they lost it. You know, we lost over $1 trillion to China this last year under Biden, Crooked Joe Biden. What do we like better, Crooked Joe or Sleepy Joe? Ready? Ready? Crooked Joe or Sleepy? Ready? Crooked Joe. Sleepy Joe. Gotta stay with Crook. He had one ability that I didn't have. He could do something that I couldn't do. I don't say that because he was a horrible golfer. Remember, he challenged me during the debate to a golf. He said, I'm a 6 handicap. I said, you're not a 36 handicap. He said he's a 6. And then he said, well, I'm 8. Remember? I said, that was quick. Picked up 2 strokes. He said, no, I'm an 8. But he's not a 36 handicap. But he had one ability that was amazing. He could go with cameras on him, television, fake news on him, probably because he knows they wouldn't cover it badly. You know, they covered him as well as you can cover him. How the hell can you cover the guy well? But he had this incredible ability. He could barely walk in the sand. Somebody thought he looked great in a bathing suit. And he'd walk in the sand pulling a thing that weighed about 6 ounces. You know those aluminum? See, aluminum's very good. You can, a child, it's meant for children and very old people to lift, right? So he would put it down and he'd put it down and he'd fall into it and he'd immediately fall asleep in front of the media. I could never do that. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. I could never do it. No, he was Sleepy Joe, but he was crooked as hell. You know, there's no question. He was a sleepy, crooked guy. Terrible, terrible.
Oh my God.
He was the worst president in the history of our country. I don't care, I'll say it.
Damn.
Jimmy Carter passed away recently, and he passed away a happy man. He was a happy man when he passed away because he said that it's not even close. Joe was the worst, and believe me, I have to clean up the mess. I'm cleaning up the mess, and it is a mess on the border with inflation. To go over every single thing he touched turned to shit. Okay? Everything. It's true.
Damn.
It's true. That's true. Now Franklin Graham's angry at me.
Oh, so now his mic is off. Hold on,
It'd be
y'all.
better if you would never use foul language. And I told him, I said, Franklin, you know, Franklin Graham's a great guy, by the way, does a great job. The son of the great Billy Graham, right? But I said to Franklin, you know, sometimes you need it for emphasis. And he said, no, they'd be even better if you wouldn't use any bad language. That's not really a terrible word, you know. But that's a much more appropriate word, a better. What word would I use to describe? What word could I use? It's and we have to be truthful too. So you know, all countries are now taking their illegal aliens back, even those that stated strongly, "We will never take them back. Don't ever send them to us." But they said that during the Biden administration. They never said it during my administration. Venezuela's taking them back. Colombia's taking them back. Remember, Colombia said, we will not take them back, he said. And within about 13 minutes, I think, we would love to take them back. In fact, we will send our planes to pick them up. Remember? And they said, what happened? What happened? And you see these Venezuelan planes loaded up with some real nice people. You wouldn't have wanted to be the pilot on any of those flights. But they know we're not playing games. And just this week, I officially designated bloodthirsty cartels and murderous gangs as foreign terrorist organizations, something which Biden didn't want to do and nobody wanted to do. It's true. The full might and power of the federal government will now be dedicated to eradicating MS-13 Nicaragua. That's the Venezuelan prison gangs. These are very nice fellows. The only thing good about them is they make our criminals look like nice people. It's true. Remember when they used to say, people that come in from foreign countries are nice people. These are wonderful people. These are good people. They're not murderers. They're not terrible. These people make us look like babies, okay? You know the Hells Angels? They're among the nicest people on earth when you compare them to these thugs. And the Hells Angels actually love our country, if you can believe that. They actually do.
Okay, so I played about halfway through But I want to get to Tom Homan because he gave an outright warning to the illegals, and I want to play that. Let me find that real quick. If you guys have not yet, please hit the like button. Again, this is For Black Righteous Folks Home, for those of that who don't know who I am, or you can call me For Black for short. I think that it is very powerful what Tom is saying in this. I caught a little bit of it, but not the whole entire speech because I wanted to save it for this live. But yeah, this is the border czar of Trump. He is definitely going to give a blunt message to illegals. This is, again, a warning to the illegal immigrants still that's left in America still. This is what he has to say. Please hit the like button. Let's go.
How you doing? Look, let me start off by saying this. If I offend anybody today, I don't give a shit. Don't care. The meeting in the back room, I'm sure I'll be reading a lot of hit pieces on me tomorrow. I don't give a shit what you think about me. I get asked all the time, there's a big part of this country that hates your guts, and I don't care. I don't care. Because we got a job to do. You know, I wake up every day for the last 4 years pissed off because the Biden administration took the most secure border of my lifetime and unsecured it on purpose. Right? I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. Every president I ever worked for took steps to secure the border. Even Clinton and Obama took steps to secure the border because they clearly understood you can't have national security without border security. They got it. Joe Biden's the first president in history of the nation who came into office and unsecured the border on purpose. So for 4 years, I wake up every day pissed off. That changed November 5th. Now I wake up every day excited because I work for the greatest president of my lifetime, Donald J. Trump. For 4 years, we had over 10.5 million illegal aliens at our border. They released nearly 8 million into the country illegally. We had a 600% increase in sex trafficking of women and children. We had a record number of known suspected terrorists and people on the terrorist watch list crossing the border. Under Trump, we had 14 in 4 years. Under Joe Biden, just shy of 400. Think about that for a moment. What Joe Biden did to our border was create the most significant public safety and national security vulnerability in this nation's history. But guess what? We got one badass president now who's going to come in and going to take care of this border. Look at the numbers. Last few days, I'm telling you, every morning I get up, I can't wait to go to work. Because I know that I have a president who's going to open up every avenue of law enforcement to this great nation. In under 4 weeks, we have illegal crossings on the border down 95%. I remember when the president called me and said, I remember he called me when he brought me, this is the second time I came out of retirement for this man. So he called me, I remember I was the first guy he called, and he says, okay, this is how the phone call went. I picked up one, I see POTUS on my cell phone, so I know it was Trump. He says, all right, Tom, you've been bitching about it 4 years, you want to come fix it? And I didn't hesitate. I said, I'll come back and I'll do it for free. I'm so pissed off. You don't have to pay me. And look, in less than a month, illegal crossings down 95%. ICE has arrested over 21,000 people in the nation. Gotaways. Under President Biden, the gotaways, 2.2 million people crossed the border, weren't arrested because the Border Patrol was too busy making sandwiches, changing diapers, making baby formula, making hospital runs, deal with this humanitarian crisis. 2.2 million people crossed the border and weren't apprehended, weren't fingerprinted. We had about 1,800 a day in 2023. You know how many we had yesterday? 48. You're talking about 2,000 miles of border and only 48 people escaped, but that's 48 too many. I'm not going to be happy if that number is 0. Now we're getting a question. Well, you said you're going to concentrate on public safety interests and national security interests, but you arrested non-criminals. Yeah, damn right we did. Because you're in the country illegally, which happens to be a violation of our law. Entering this country illegally is a crime, and we're not going to forgive it. Into sanctuary cities, game on, because Pam Bondi's back into place. And Cash Patel is back running the FBI. President Trump brought together one hell of a team, and every time I see one of these people get nominated and take their oath for office, I just get that much more excited. I'm afraid I'm going to have a heart attack one of these days because this keeps getting better. Sanctuary cities are a sanctuary for criminals. I've read all these stories this week. Tom Homan insulted AOC. Well, look, it's not an insult if it's true. She says Homan has no game. He has nothing on me. Look, you can claim you're educating people according to their constitutional rights. I think she's a long ways away from being a constitutional scholar myself. Bottom line is, we know what the game is. You can claim you're educating people to their rights, but we know what the end game is. Try to tell people how to evade law enforcement. And we're talking about people who enter the country illegally, which is a crime, committed a violent act against a U.S. citizen, were ordered removed by a judge. We got members of Congress saying it's okay to educate them how to evade law enforcement. We're not making this shit up. We're enforcing the laws enacted by Congress. And we're not going to apologize for it. Not under this administration. We got great governors out there. Governor Pritzker, you ain't one of them. I met with Governor DeSantis yesterday. No, he's done. He's passed one of the strongest state immigration laws in this nation. Do you know it's a crime in the state of Arizona, in the state of Florida? It is a crime to enter the country illegally. He made his own state law. He has passed a law that he will fire any mayor or sheriff that doesn't help ICE enforce immigration law. The men and women of the Border Patrol, I love each and every one of you wearing that green uniform. You're the finest 1% this country has. So we're attacking the interior enforcement. For those who don't think those numbers are enough, I don't either. If you haven't seen, I'm happy with the numbers, but I'm not going to be satisfied until every criminal alien gang member, every criminal alien, every Trenda Awa is eradicated from this country and send their ass to Gitmo where they belong. Damn, I love my job. We got, and look, I always said we got the border locked down. We're crossing down 95%. We've already arrested 21, just above 21,000, and we're going to double the workforce. We're going to add more. We're going to add more targeting. We're going to add more teams. God bless the men and women of ICE. God bless all the DOJ components are with us. We got U.S. Marshals, DEA, FBI, ATF, all these fine agencies helping us. And what's great about it, when we went to Chicago,
I just got my free government iPhone in the mail, and I couldn't be happier. It has all the features I wanted and more.
Great about it, when we went to Chicago, Mayor of Chicago said I wasn't welcome in Chicago. Guess where the first place I went was? Chicago. DEA and FBI there, and ATF was great. We found an illegal alien with a gun. ATF does a criminal charge. We found an illegal alien with drugs. We prosecuted that crime. So we're prosecuting these people before we deport them, and that's exactly what we should be doing. We're going to make this country safe again. The third rail, when President Trump told me, he said, Homan, secure the border, run the biggest deportation operation this country's ever seen, and find over 300,000 missing children that were sex trafficked or forced labor trafficking in this country. And we're looking for them. And we're going to save children. All these bad stories about Trump, Homan, you're racist, you're a white nationalist, you're a mean person. Okay, I'll take that. Because you know what Homan's doing? I'm working for the greatest president of my lifetime, and we're going to save lives. Because when 95% less people coming across the border, how many women ain't being raped? How many Americans aren't dying from fentanyl overdoses? How many no-suspected terrorists aren't getting in the country? How many women and children aren't sex trafficked in this country when you have a border lockdown? We're saving lives. That's right. Stand up. President Trump's getting ready to come on stage. I got another message to the criminal cartels of Mexico. At the RNC, I said a speech. I said two things at the speech. You're in the country illegally, you better start packing now. We're keeping that promise. The other thing I said on stage at the RNC, that President Trump is going to designate the criminal cartels of Mexico as a terrorist organization. He's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. After I said that, of course, I got numerous death threats. They've doubled the size of my security detail because all the cartels want to take Homan out. Well, I'll tell you what, come get some. You have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined. You are now a terrorist organization. So word out to anybody that assists them, anybody that sells your drugs on the street, anybody that assists these cartels in any way, you are helping a terrorist organization, and the weight of the world's coming down on you. I read a story last night, the police commissioner of Boston. You said you doubled down on not helping the law enforcement officers of ICE. I'm coming to Boston, I'm bringing hell with me. This morning, I stopped counting at nine child rapists that were in jail in Massachusetts, but rather than honoring an ICE detainer, released them back into the street. You're not a police commissioner. Take that badge off your chest, put it in the desk drawer. Because you became a politician, you forgot what it's like to be a cop. And guess what? The men and women of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, they found those predators and they're locked back up, and we're going to deport them from the United States. To the men and women of ICE, the agency I used to run, I was the first ICE director that actually came up through the ranks. For the 20,000 men and women that work for me, I never asked them to do anything I didn't do myself. What I've done recently, I brought a bunch of badass old school boys back. I got a guy named Mark Hall. Mark Hall went to the Border Patrol Academy in 1984. Said, Mark, you ready to come back and make a difference? And he dropped everything he did to come back. I'm bringing a bunch of old school people back to show the young folk how we did it and how we're going to do it. like I said, I want to leave you with this. I said I got 45 minutes left. Look, if Congressman J. Paul couldn't, gavel me to shut up, no one on this building is going to get me off the stage until I'm ready to get off the stage. Now they turn the time red. I guess that's a warning. Look, here's what I'm going to say. And I hope you agree with me. If you agree with me, would you please stand up and let him know, because he's listening right now. The greatest president in my lifetime is back in the Oval Office. He's going to make America great again. He's going to make America healthy again. He's going to make America safe again. You got it. President Trump, God bless you. I'm proud to be back, and I'm not leaving until we fix this shit.
Oh, wow. Now, for those that don't know, U.S. pauses immigration applications for migrants under 3 major parole programs. Let's take a listen to this, and then I'll see what you guys are saying in the chat room before I transition to another topic, which will be after I read the chat. So please let me know what you want to add to this conversation before I continue moving forward. But let's listen to this real quick. Please hit the like button, everybody.
There's uncertainty surrounding immigration processes after DHS announced a pause on pending applications filed by people who entered under 3 different parole programs. NBC6 reporter Laura Rodriguez spoke to Congressman Carlos Jimenez and joins us live with an update. Laura.
So we have more questions than answers at this point. It's unclear at this time if work permits are also on pause for people who entered the country through these 3 programs, or if they'll be accepting new applications for asylum cases or green cards. Lillian Sanchez says she's counting down the days to apply for U.S. permanent residency. She's a Cuban national who arrived via the humanitarian parole program almost a year ago. But once the time comes, she's now unsure if she's able to apply for a green card. According to the Department of Homeland Security, if you entered the United States with one of these 3 programs, any pending benefit requests are now on hold. A benefit request is a request for a status change, extension, or certification. This includes the green card process, an asylum claim, and possibly work permits.
The work permits, when you have a pending application, they are done for that reason. You have a pending application with USCIS and they give you a work permit in the meantime. What they're going to do, from my understanding of the leak, is that they won't adjudicate the application itself, the asylum or the adjustment status, until it is verified that the person committed fraud or not. So it should not affect, and I'm hoping that it's not going to affect the work permits.
Congressman Carlos Jimenez was not aware this administrative hold would be put in place and believes some of the decisions by DHS are moving too fast.
We have so many people in this community that are hardworking, that are part of our community, that are vital to our economy, and doing things in this mass, in a way that's just massive and groups of people. I just don't think it's the right way to go around about it. Do I agree with a lot of the things that the Trump administration is doing? Yeah, but I don't agree with everything the Trump administration is doing, and that's why I'm a member of Congress.
A DHS spokesperson says the administrative hold is pending the completion of additional vetting to identify any fraud, public safety, or national security concerns.
The pause is concerning because it's indefinitely. It doesn't say it's going to last 3 months, 3 years, 5 years. It could last until they understand that it's safe for the United States again.
And Congressman Jimenez tells me once he has more clarity on exactly what this change will entail, he will send over a letter to the DHS secretary if necessary. Now, we did reach out to the Department of Homeland Security as well and have not heard back just yet. Reporting live in Miami, I'm Laura Rodriguez, NBC6 News.
Okay, so let me see what you guys have to say in the chat room. We will be transitioning after I read in the chat room and play a brief song or beat. If you guys have a song that you might want to hear before I choose one, let me know in the chat room. But let me read first what Pinky has to say and everybody else. Pinky says, not going to happen. Too many new people are showing American men how they treat women, and we won't put up with it. Sonny says they need to make it quicker and easier for foreigners to come visit. from friendly countries. Okay. Cruz says, can't wait to see what the country looks like in 4 years. Hopefully the changes will endure and politicians start listening to the people. Thank God for Trump. We were going in the wrong direction. I feel that way too. I feel like if Harris would have made it in, we definitely would have had that border still open. We would have had millions upon millions upon millions of illegals over here, and she would have been giving all that money towards those illegals, making the debt a lot worse and everything else included. Laura Makes a Way says, God does belong back in the schools. Exactly. Sunny Beach says, Pinky, I'm talking about importing foreign wives. You're safe. No worries. Okay. David says, amen to Laura Makes a Way. Pinky says, already too easy for foreigners to get in here. People need to stay home and build. Of the Land says, awesome. The border crossings are reduced greatly thanks to Trump and Homan. Exactly. And Sunny says, but legally, yes, we are for legal immigration. We are not against legal immigration. We are only against illegal immigration. At least I am. Of the Land says, deport AOC. Exactly. Showing people how to evade getting detained and deported. That's one of the things that she did. Also, the Somalian representative, what's her name? I can't remember her name. It starts with an I. Ayman, is it? Anyway, she's from Somalia. She also was accused or seen on video given directions on how to evade being deported. You said stop the visa lotteries, Laura Makes a Way says. I think so too, for a time anyways. Debbie says they should make it easier to come in the right way. My daughter-in-law migrated here illegally and then ran her through the hoops, never took $1 from the government. Of the Land says in all sanctuary cities, exactly. And Laura Makes a Way says, yes, okay, it's deport Iham Omar. Yes, she is also been seen on video showcasing how to evade being deported, telling them in her language and everything else. Lindsay says AOC is unfortunately an American. Yes, she's not American first though, Lindsay. That's the difference. There's some that are in Congress or in Senate that's American first, and there's plenty others that are not American first, and she happens to be one of those that is not American first. Pinky says, import foreign wives to accept abuse. What are you saying? I know I'm safe. Okay. Sunny says, agree, Debbie, we need more people like your daughter-in-law. Okay. And Sunny says, no abuse. That's against the law, Pinky. You shouldn't talk about such horrible things. Okay. All right. And the Land says, that's the problem. Some first gens get into politics and work to destroy America like AOC. That's what I believe as well. You're right about that. Sunny says it's not human trafficking if they come legally and want to come and marry the man. Okay. Mail order wives. Okay. You guys are having your own conversation in the chat. Let me see. What else can I say? Laura Makes a Way says it needs to take time. You can't just have people come here. Some come for the wrong reasons. Exactly. Cruz says, of course they do. They want to be in the United States. You ain't never lied. And I'm going to talk about in my next topic about how so many other nationals from around the globe is wanting to become American and to tell the indigenous Black Americans that they need not be here and they should go to Africa doesn't make any sense. This thing that Trump is doing with mass deportation should have really opened up the eyes to many of us as Americans, Black Americans, because a lot of us have taken for granted our birthright, and we should be very appreciative of that our ancestors did their sacrifice for us. And for others that are foreigners telling you to go to Africa while they stay in America is just disgusting. And we're going to have that discussion after I go through this. And transition to the next topic. Of the land says, and the foreign men are looking for wives, all a game. Sonny says, there are millions of beautiful foreign women who would love a chance to start a family in the U.S. Yeah, they're using a lot of American people to get over. Yes, they have romance scams and all the other things that are going on to get over here and to get their claws into America. So Lord Makes a Way says you can always visit their homeland. It's a good thing to see the person in their element. Exactly. Lindsay says, my mom married a soldier. She's from Korea. She is a U.S. citizen now, but she never complained about how long it took. Okay. Mr. Broski, how are you? You said we have some of the least strict immigration policies in the world. Try becoming a citizen overseas besides a few European countries. It's ridiculous. Okay. And Jimmy says he's doing the job the American citizens voted for. Some people are idiots. Exactly. Pinky says those foreigners want to marry Americans to get into America. Exactly. We all know the game that's been played against us. Of the Land says, yes, American citizens wanted this. The idiots didn't. Debbie says, funny thing is my son and his would love to move to his wife's country, even though they love the U.S. too. Okay, Lower Makes a Way says the illegals should have been backpacked their ish up. Okay. All right. Of the Land says, yes, they were warned. Yes, they were warned. So I don't feel bad. They were given throughout all the campaign. They were given notice in November. Now we're in February. So what do you want to say? I mean, what can you say? You know? Debbie says, thank goodness for Trump. Of the Land says, sounds like Tom Homan is ready to meet the challenge. Good man for the job. Exactly. He's excited about his job. 7 to 8 before it's too late. All right. 9 to 10 ICE is here in the end. Okay. All right. Pinky says, that's courtesy of Tasha D. She wrote that on the fly. Okay. Debbie says he met her when he was stationed there. He was asked by the local to do a Bible study, and she attended the study. Okay. And stop the BS. If there were guard working the countries they flee from, or what do you mean? They would look like America, and they wouldn't need to flee here. You said if they worked hard. Okay. If they were hard working. Oh, okay. Sonny says, Pinky, that's okay if they want to come in, but they should work on marriage to the U.S. citizens, make it easier for marriage visa, bring back and save family life in the USA. All right. We don't need to marry somebody that is foreign, Sonny. We have plenty of people already here in America that we could marry. We don't have to leave to marry. Okay. All right. You have a song. So you have, hey, I haven't heard that song in a long time. Hey, Mr. DJ, that's a good song. Thank you for that. Let me look for that. So we're going to talk about Pan-African talk in a little bit, but let me first get this song. I haven't heard that in a long time. Hey, Mr. DJ. Okay, I have to make sure I can play it. Sam, please hit the like button, you all. Please support by hitting that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. It is for free, and it does help with the algorithm to get the information out. This is not about hate speech or anything like that. I am in support of Trump. I did vote for him. I'm giving him an opportunity to make it work out. He's only been in office for a month, so we have to give it more time before we think, crazy thoughts, I would hope. I know that there are stories that other people are telling about what these mass deportations are doing to certain people. I know there's a story going on in Panama where some of the people were saying that they were stuck inside of a hotel or locked down in a hotel in Panama. I did tell that story on my one video a couple of days ago, and that video got snatched down. So there are people that have been moved, I guess, detained somewhere else, and they're looking to deport these people. But some people are saying they're in fear of their life from going back to where their home countries are from. So I'm pretty sure MSNBC and everybody has been talking about that story, and I might look into that to talk about that as well, maybe tomorrow or so. But it's not going to be a pretty sight for the most part, what is going on. Mass deportation doesn't sound nice. It's not nice. It's not meant to be nice. But these illegals that came over here, especially the ones that just came here the last 4 years, have had their way with our government. They have been getting monies and food and hotel stays and jobs and all kinds of goodies. And now that is being cut off by Trump and his administration. And, you know, it is what it is. There's nothing that I can do to stop any of it. A lot of people, again, is in an uproar. There's a whole lot of protesting that has been going on. And it is the season for this reset. That's all I can say. Pinky says AOC and Omar can both be deported. One is Puerto Rican, and Trump is really done with them. And Omar is a refugee. Was she a refugee for real? So she raised up from being a refugee to become a, is she a congresswoman or a senator? I don't even know which one she is. Let me know in the chat if you know what Omar is in comparison to AOC, or are they both the same thing? You said, Laura Makes a Way says Omar entered this country illegally. Somalians, Eritreans, and Ethiopians lie about relatives. Yeah, I heard that she supposedly married her brother to come into the United States. That is the rumor, allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's been alleged that she married her brother to be able to come over here. Allegedly. Lindsay says, but isn't Puerto Rico as American and owned country though? I think so. Sonny says Black Americans is the secret to the American strength. Yeah, we are. Definitely, this is our home. We don't want to feel like we need to leave, which Pan-Africans are trying to make us feel like we need to do. And other foreigners that are melanated around the globe that's fighting and vying to come to America is trying to make us feel like we don't need to be here, but they're trying to replace us. It's really the most bizarre situation that has been going on social media, and now this mass deportation thing is happening. It should change the narrative. Help them go to Africa. Tell these illegals maybe they should go to Africa. Stop telling Black Americans to go to Africa. Is getting ridiculous. And I will get into that topic after the song that I play. Make sure I still have that. Okay. All right. Let me see. What else can I read? You said they all thought Kamala was going to win. Yes, they did. They all were banking on that. Sonny says we need illegal immigrants because our birth rate is too low, not enough families. You're right about that. They have to be legal, though. Laura Makes a Way says Kamala could have made us American strangers in our own country. Exactly. We would have been warped with too many illegals, and it just would have been so uncomfortable to be here in our own country. Pinky says, what makes you think foreigners have stronger marriages and families than Americans? They marry young and stay together in their countries for survival. Yes, they do. All right. So anyways, I've read enough of the comments. When I get back, we're going to start the second or transition to the next topic, and it will be about the question that I posed. Basically, stop telling Black Americans to go to Africa. I have an argument. JT, the bigger figure, came with a sword today to talk about why we should not feel like we need to go to Africa. And I appreciate what he had to say, because he went to Africa, he tried it out, he learned a lot. He learned that you cannot make money in Africa for the most part, and that you are the money grab, the money bag for all the people that are there, and that this is, you know, not the utopia or paradise in Africa that the Pan-Africans and other Africans have been trying to depict to the Black Americans that Africa is. If it was such a paradise, then Africans would, or other people that are from abroad, would not be so upset about going home. They have their flags, they're waving their flags around, and they're talking about how prideful they are, but ultimately not prideful enough to go and want to be there. So these mass deportations have exposed the truth for what it is, not the way in which they are trying to paint it to us. So it's a big contradiction to see all these foreigners that are here in America preaching to us about what we ought to do about going to Africa when they're not trying to be there. And I'm sick and tired of these Pan-Africans and other people that are preaching and griping and gaslighting and bashing and trying to fearmonger us about being here in America. They're trying to use Trump against us. They're trying to say that he's a racist, he's a dictator, all these types of things. But if he was so bad, why fight to stay? Why fight to be here? They want us to leave while they stay. But now a lot of them are fighting to stay because they should not even be here. The irony of it all, I cannot make this shit up, but it is what it is. So now I'm going to play a song real quick, and when I get back, we'll start the next topic. For those that are not here for the Pan-African talk, that concludes talking about Trump for the day. For those that don't want to hear about, you know, what I have to say after the song, then you can just, you know, go. If you could, please hit the like button on your way out. Please support by subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it, and I shall return after this song.
DJ down with the party. Hey, Mr. DJ. Hey, Mr. DJ. You can get this started. Everybody's ready to party. All night, all night. All the girls are ready. So we can all get to it. Yeah, party till the break of dawn.
Once again, it's on. Yo, Janae, blow the horn. Let the DJ know to keep playing your song. Maybe I'll browse, snatch up a blouse, flip the file, and get rubbered up style. Cause your body won't move if you can't feel a groove. So Kate Boogie at the show improve. Hey, now I'm feeling the vibe, rolling with the flavor, feeling alright. Oh, yo, there's a party over here. Yo, oh no, the party's over there. Call up your friends, let them know fans tagging along. Hey DJ, keep playing that song.
Everybody, move your body. Now do it. Something that's gonna make you move and groove. Hey DJ, keep playing that song all night, on and on and on. Everybody, move your body. Now do it. Something that's gonna make you move and groove. Hey DJ, keep playing that song all night, on and on and on. Everybody, move your body. Now do it. Hear something that's gonna make you move and groove. Hey, DJ, keep playing that song all night, on and on and on. Do it. Something. Oh, yeah. All right, all right, all right. I hope that you guys enjoyed the song. I hope that you guys would support by hitting the like button. This next topic is not about me trying to be divisive. It's not trying to be hateful or hating or Africans or Africa. None of that. I'm not from Africa. I wish Africans all the best, but stop making me feel like I am guilted if I don't feel the way in which you are trying to direct me like a sheep or a hoe or a bitch to go do what you dare not want to do. These mass deportations have exposed a lot of the lies and hypocrisies of Pan-Africans who are trying to tell us, specifically targeting the people that don't know nothing about no other place but America. I'm not talking about first generation people, second generation people, third generation people. I'm talking about the people that only know of America, that have been here for hundreds of years. They don't know nothing about Africa. They don't know the culture of Africa. They don't speak the language of Africa. You have to go buy a kit from DNA to claim you're African. If you're claiming to be African because you read a kit from somebody telling you that you have this percentage of Nigeria or Ghanaian, Ghana, Sierra Leone, or all these other places of Africa, and that is how you're deriving that you are African and you're from Africa. I'm speaking about you. I'm not talking about people that know of a grandparent, an aunt, a cousin, a brother, a mother in Africa, or just left Africa to school in America or go to school in the UK or Canada or any of that. I'm speaking to people that have had their name changed for generations. We were called Negroes, we were called mulatto, we were called colored, we were called black, we were force-fed African American, by Jesse Jackson in 1988. I'm talking to the people that have only no name changes. And finally, we have decided to change our own name and call ourselves American for the most part. Some call themselves Foundational Black Americans. Others call themselves ADOS, or American Descendants of Slaves.
I choose to call myself Indigenous American, because all I know is America, and only know the building of America provided by the ancestors of old. We're speaking about those people that people are targeting, specifically about this notion that if you do not link up with Africa, if you do not change your identity to African, if you do not worship Africa, if you do not worship African, somehow you hate yourself. Somehow you are a bad person. Somehow you're lost and confused. All these things come towards us. Nobody from Brazil get hemmed up like this. Nobody from Jamaica gets hemmed up like this. Nobody from Haiti gets hemmed up like this. Nobody from other Caribbean places gets hemmed up with this notion of being African, but the so-called African American or Black American or Indigenous American or ADOS or FBA, whatever you want to call us this day and age on YouTube, that people are circulating around trying to figure out what they want to identify as, because we want to take the power back away from these names that people have put on us. And also we have learned that many people that come from other places that have their own identity have been sliding in and using our identity, using the name label of African American, saying, oh, I'm African, so I can use the term African American. I'm now American, so I'm now African American. No, you're not us. You're not us. But the message of us leaving America is specifically to us, because if it was specific to you, then they would say, go to your homeland, continental African from Zimbabwe, from wherever. But no, the message skips all the Africans, skips the Brazilians that have more slaves that went over there, skips everybody else, but it comes straight dab smack in the middle, specifically targeting Black Americans. And I have been very, very vocal since 2018 about this scam from Ghana for the year return, pretending and grinning that we're all people, we're all the same, while hustling us and getting $3-point-something billion for our troubles of traveling to Ghana. And everybody wants to keep us on a string. Everybody wants to use us as a money grab. Everybody wants to manipulate us, and I'm sick of it. So I want to showcase what JT Bigger Figure had to say, because he was living in Africa for 3 years, and he has a message to give to Black Americans specifically, because he knows, as I know, that we've been targeted, and I want to take that target off our back. I want to free us up from this notion that we need to leave. Tell that to the immigrants. Tell that to the illegals. Tell that to the Africans. Tell them to go back to Africa. Leave us the F alone, okay? We're sick of being sick, of tired of being sick, of being told that we need to go and develop Africa, all these things which Africans dare not want to do. They're trying to put this noose around our neck. And this is what I don't like. So let's listen to what JT Bigger Figure had to say, because he had a lot to say, and I think that he did an awesome job. Let me fast forward this just a little bit.
Salute to the NYC, man. Y'all keep pushing, man. Ooh. Hey, this little thing quick right here. I can't even front. Front. Yeah. Let's get through these streets, man. another day, another move. Shit, tickets probably 25.
Let me fast forward this more.
The ghetto, us. Yeah, call it what you want to. I don't give a damn what you call it. Yeah, you can call it whatever you want to. You could call us aliens if you want to. It doesn't matter. It don't matter the name. It's about the action. We on action right now. Hell yeah, we on action right now, man. This ain't no game out here, boy. Don't nobody love you out here. You gotta love yourself. I'm gonna say it again. Don't nobody love you. You gotta love yourself. If you ain't got self-pride, then you lost already. If you trying to get accepted by a whole nother group of people and you ain't even got it right with your own people, you an outsider when you go to Africa, brother. Period. You is not an insider. You are an outsider. And you're going to forever be an outsider. You are not going to be an insider. And I was there. I was on the inside, but I still felt like an outsider. Because I know, shit, just because I'm over here helping don't mean that I'm really accepted. I did that for my soul and my heart. All the work I put in over there, man, I did that for my soul. I didn't do that for their soul. I did that for my soul. Hell yeah, man. Shit. And I wouldn't change it. Yeah, I wouldn't change it. I love the work God blessed me to do over there. I got to do an amazing job over there. That don't mean I got to be there forever. Hell nah. At a certain point, I got to make all that money back. For every dollar I spent, I came back to America and got all my money back. Hell yeah, boy, I ain't stupid. I'm not stupid. Nah, I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. That's goofy right there. I promise you that. When it's time for you to get your money, yeah, you gotta love yourself, y'all. Love yourself, man. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. Oh, hell nah, man. You can't grind over there. Hell nah, man. Okay. Nah, man, listen. Don't get tricked, man, out your money. That's it. Just don't get tricked. Oh, here go the hotel right here. Let me tell my brother I'm outside, man.
You guys know what? This is not the right video. Hold on. He talked about it, and then somebody came into the car and stopped him from talking. So the video that I want to play is actually a shorter video. But it says Black Americans don't need Africa to survive. That's the video I'll need to play. But he did some work in Africa. He helped to support the ghettos by feeding the people. And it was really a sight to see because they were so desperate and anxious and everything. And he handled himself in a very good manner. But there are instances where, you know, people have been taking advantage of American people and looking at us as a targeted group. This is a video right here that he really breaks it down a lot better. So let me play this first. Again, this is JT Bigger Figure.
Reporting live from Chicago. Put the nail in the coffin, man. Yeah, nah, put the nail in the coffin. Put the nail in the coffin. Okay. once and for all, bro. Black Americans do not need Africa to survive. We've been over here 400 some years and we've been surviving in the worst conditions. See, Africa got their own country. They were colonized. We got stole. Africans helped sell us to the Europeans over here in America, okay? So, I see they keep tagging me. Hey, salute to the streets, man, and salute to our brothers in Africa. But we don't need Africa to survive. We gonna survive with or without Africa, okay? So about all us black people trying to run over there and dick ride them because they got gold and oil and all that, man, that's their shit, nigga. We are the gold over here. We are the diamonds over here. Are us, the people, not nothing that's in the ground. The kingdom of God is within you. So we digging that out now. See, once that kingdom come up out of us, then you watch how we run through this country called America. We're going to get what's owed to us. We're going to get every dollar owed to us. For every life they took, they're going to pay for it. So, okay, yeah, so all that Africa, we need Africa to survive. Man, go on over there, nigga. I'm an advocate. But we don't got to have them to survive. Only goofy ass niggas that say, oh, if you ain't in Africa, you're not going to make it. Man, fuck all that, nigga. We finna take our shit over here. Or we going to die trying. Yeah, this the hood over here. This the real hood, the real trenches. Boy, listen, hey, listen, man. Knowledge is, first of all, worth more than gold and oil. You can have gold and oil under your feet and still be a slave. Look at Africa right now. They got diamonds, gold, platinum, uranium, but they ain't got shit because it's the knowledge. They waking up now, and that's good. That's they shit. We ain't gonna run over there, act like we gotta go over there to go make it. Hell nah. No. It's a time and place for that. If you don't want to be in America, take your ass to Africa then. It's that simple, like I did. I took my ass to Africa. Why? But they invited me. I didn't invite myself. It was their idea for me to come there. It wasn't my idea to just move to Africa. Is you paying attention? Yeah, no, I gotta say that though. I have to, and it feel good saying it too. Hell yeah, we gonna take our shit over here, nigga. Fuck you mean, boy. Hey, listen, or we gonna die trying. That's all right. It's 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 okay. One thing that for sure, we ain't scared to die over here. Over here, we ain't on that whole shit for sure. One thing for sure, when you in Africa, you gotta listen to a black man fucking you over. Over here, you know who fucking us over. Over there, it's your own people fucking you over. So I don't like that shit. That's what I don't like about Africa. How the fuck we black and the black people over us fucking over us? Man, fuck all that. I'd rather go deal with the KKK, nigga. That's the part they not gonna tell you, that when you get fucked over in Africa, it's by somebody that look like you. Over here, it look like those other people, and that's okay. We used to that. It's okay. Yeah, but we not no hoes though. We over here fighting for our shit right now, man. So I had to make this video because I see people like, oh, if you don't hurry up and make it to Africa, y'all gonna die over there. Well, we'd rather die over here with our ancestors,
If that was true, then the illegals that are from Africa, the illegals that are from all the other places globally could make their way to Africa. If it's such a paradise and such a well-to-do thing, then they would make their way over there, but they're not making their way because they know better, and we ought to know better. We should not allow people to trip us up and trick us on social media because they're having a good time, partying, drinking tea like Cuz Cuddy's little bitch ass, drinking tea all the time, but that got his water taken from him. In Burkina Faso, we meanwhile have been invited to get citizenship, and these drive-by citizenships, like I say, is going to end up biting somebody in the ass because all these policies and executive orders that are changing with Trump, you guys need to be careful about getting those citizenships. I'm going to fair warn y'all about that yet again. Let's go.
Shout out to them kings and pharaohs, those ancestors over there. Our ancestors is over here. Nat Turner, you hear me? Yeah, we ride for Nat Turner and Harriet Tubman. our ancestors on this side of the water. Yeah, I got to do it because
And again, I do not have any connection with anybody over there in Africa. I'm not claiming them to be my people because I have ancestors here in America that I need to be claiming. That's where I'm at. So that's the difference between me and JT Bigger Figure. He claims them somewhat. I don't at all. I don't have nothing against them, but I don't know them. And I'm not claiming nobody I don't know. And I'm only claiming people that I can get names from that is actually from my blood, from my bloodline, from my blood tree. I'm not claiming random people from Africa as my ancestors. That's ridiculous. That's a way and a means of a way of manipulation and trying to make you think that you're lesser than, trying to make you think that you need to measure up to their standards of thoughts of being. And that's just not the way it's going to go. Worshiping other people, like worshiping a man and not worshiping God, is just not the way to go. And that is what Pan-Africans think that you ought to go do. And I'm glad that he's speaking up against it.
you know, it's a lot of goofy shit going on. So I got to represent for the black man of America. Yeah, nigga, we don't need the black man of Africa to make us survive. We don't need. It's good to work with. It's a good connection. But we don't need. We can't do it without Africa. Fuck all that, nigga. God got ours over here. Boy, you think we got to fly way over there? You think 40 million people going to just fly to Africa? Calm down, boy. That shit ain't going to happen. It's not. They don't even got enough airplanes. How many airplane trips do it take to fly 50 million black people out of America to Africa?
That even something I didn't want to even broach the conversation in the first place. It's not even worth it. It is not what it's going to be. We're not going nowhere. But people want to fearmonger us to make us feel like we are, just like the other people that are immigrants who are non-documented people, migrants. They want us to feel the same stuff that they're feeling so that we can respond out of fear, going on the streets and acting a fool for other people's causes and other people's plights and being used up like overly chewed bubble gum and spat out when they're done with us.
They ain't even got enough planes. How many aircraft carriers would it take to put us on the boat to take us back to Africa? How many boats would it take?
I don't go back to where I ain't never been. Again, he visited there for a few years. He has a different view of it. I ain't never been there. I ain't never going. That is not even an option for me. So him even talking like that is blasphemous to me.
Exactly. So we stuck over here and we okay with that. Hell yeah. When God take us up out of here, that's when we gonna leave this thing. Yeah, we might be trekking through Mexico or we might be trekking through Canada, but we gonna be, we gonna be right here till God.
We ain't trekking through nothing. Ain't trekking nowhere. Okay, that's not an option. This notion of trekking and leaving and you gotta go and all this type of stuff. Oh, the America's falling and all that shit. Well, we got a president that's gonna lift a little bit of the issues that we're having by having these illegals return. We should be optimistic moving forward, not pessimistic.
Give us our trophy, then we out of here. It say that we leave with great substance, but y'all don't read the Bible, so you should go to Genesis 15, because there's no way in the world that if we not over there, that we're not gonna make it. Only a goofy think that because he made it to Africa, that the rest of us supposed to die over here. Man, you niggas over there broke as fuck. Niggas starving over there. Nigga, calm down, nigga, with all that goofy ass shit. The black Americans ain't balling over there. Calm down, nigga. I know what's going on. I seen it with my own eyes, okay? Unless they selling alcohol and cigarettes like a dope dealer. Nigga, calm down, boy. I seen it with my own eyes. They not sponsoring y'all black Americans over there. They not spending money with y'all over there. They not supporting your businesses over there. Calm down with those lies. And I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to come on here, and try to, You know, I'm feeling good this morning. I seen a goofy ass nigga talking about we not gonna make it if we don't come over there. Nigga, we is not coming over there. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell my people, pause on going over there right now. Cause when you get there, nigga, and a black man do you dirty, you gonna be like, what the fuck I come over here for? What the fuck I come over here for and a black person doing me dirty? Oh, hell no. Oh, no. See, we know how I feel for when them other people do us dirty, but when a black man doing you dirty, oh, hell no, we ain't coming over there. Hell no. Hello, my brother, come on in. Come. Steal your shit, you gonna be mad as fuck. No. See, you gotta pay attention, nigga. I'm the guy that gonna tell y'all the truth. These folks is trying to trick y'all. Yeah, send a donation, we gonna start a business. Yeah, let's just get some, we gonna sell garbage. Yeah, we gonna sell garbage, and it's so easy. It's really easy. You ain't saw nobody make $100 yet. Show me a nigga made $100 over there. show me somebody who made $100 this week. I'll shut up right now. Nah, for sure though. I'll shut up. I promise you I will. I'll be quiet. I know some people probably want me to shut up. Tell somebody, send me a video they made $100 this week. And they from America living over there. And I'll be quiet right now. Nah, I'll turn this off right now. No, I'm sorry. Because I know there's some people that's mad as hell when I do this. I don't give a shit about all that American name, nigga. We in America. Fuck what name it is, stupid ass nigga. Yeah, we don't give a fuck. I don't care what name you call it, nigga. We over here on this side. Yeah, I don't care. You could call this motherfucker baby Africa. You could call it goddamn Europe. You could call it goddamn America. You could call it whatever you want. Yeah. It doesn't matter. We over here. This side of the water is what I'm talking about. Yeah. I don't fuck the name. The name don't matter to me. I don't give a shit what the name is. I'm from Fillmore. Sorry about that. I don't give a shit about no goddamn name. We talking about the hood over here, boy. We talking about black people in Chicago, New Orleans, Philadelphia, San Francisco, Compton, Watts, Inglewood, Long Beach, Gardena. Come on, San Diego. That's what I'm talking about. Portland, Oregon. Yeah, I'm talking about them too. Yeah. Phoenix, Arizona. I'm talking about the hood. Houston, Texas. Dallas, Fort Worth, Baton Rouge, New Orleans. I'm talking about them. Jackson, Mississippi. Talking about them. I ain't talking about no fucking goddamn way across the water. I'm talking about us. So fuck what name it is. Yeah, we don't care about no name, bro. We out here trying to win. Inglewood, come on. Shout out to Inglewood, man. Where my people struggling at, that's what I'm talking about. We ain't talking about across no fucking water, boy. You gotta calm down. Pay attention. They giving it. It's a finesse on YouTube cause you know what made me just make this video? I'm watching niggas cause they went to Africa now. They think that if we don't come over there, that we not gonna make it. Man, shut that shit up, nigga. All you niggas lying when you try to do that. You try to make blacks over here feel bad cause they not over there in Africa. Man, ain't no fucking way in the world I'm gonna sit back and let you goofy ass niggas do that shit, boy. I'm gonna tell the black Americans the truth. I love Africa, but I don't love it more than I love here. No, sir, I don't love that more than this. I thought that was great, and it still is. It ain't more important than this. You know why? Because you're going to be sitting over there spending your money, not making no money. What the fuck I want to be in a country for giving them all my goddamn money, and I'm not making no money? Nah, it was great when it lasted. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm back to where the real dough at, man, and I like it. I love it. No, I love it. I love it over here in America. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how many drive-bys, how many people getting killed. Fuck it, man. If I'm going to die over here. I ain't dying over there broke, sitting at no coffee shop, begging niggas for money. Goofy-ass niggas, nigga. Goofy as fuck. Abandoning their mamas and their children to go sit and sip tea. And the others doing whatever else they doing. Shout out to the Bag family over there. I like the Bag family, though. I ain't talking to you, Bag family. I love the Bag family. That's my people right there. But you other niggas that think because you live in Africa, you better than us. Nigga, I live there more than you.
I put in more work over there more than you. How the fuck you gonna tell me? I had to, excuse my language. I know my language is a little bit off right now, but I just thought to get my point across, I thought I'd let the real Filmo nigga out and let him. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm just saying though, I have to tell the truth to the public. People was packing bags right now about to move to Africa and be mad as fuck in about 90 days. They about to be over there and about to be very upset when they find out you get fucked over by black people. It ain't a white man that's fucking you over. Oh, no. It's going to be somebody that look just like you. And then that's when you're going to be like, damn. So we not brothers? I thought Africa, they say we was brothers. Me too. No, brother. No, money. Yeah, you just money to us. You ain't nothing but a nigga from America. Nigga, they ain't gonna tell you that. Just know you just a nigga from America. I don't give a shit if you buy an African head thing, put on one of their shirts, put the necklace on. You still a nigga from America. Remember that. Hell yeah, you a nigga from America. You is not.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as calling myself a nigga from America, but I understand what he means. We are Black Americans. We are our own identity. We have our own group of people that we belong to, which is here in America. Now, here is a video I'm going to show before I go to the chat room, whereby somebody was in somewhere in Africa, and the people got wind of this guy probably looking different from them, assuming he has money, and he was bum rushed or attempted to be like, rounded up by all the people trying to get him to give them money. And this is the type of thing that happens while you're in Africa.
Get the fuck out of my face, okay? Leave me. What is this, man? What is this? No. Come on. Leave me. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of. What is this?
This is how desperate they are, though. This is what's going on when they see you. Maybe they flashed a little bit of money. Maybe they had a different outfit that looked cleaner. Maybe he had some jewelry on. I don't know. But in any event, these people assume that he has money alongside of the girl with the hat on, and they're trying to like get money from them.
They got the nerve to be mad at him because he don't want to be bothered. Hold on, man. This is crazy, man. I scour the internet so you don't have to, man. Hold on. There's a little bit more. Just hold on.
Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face, okay? Get the fuck out of my face. No.
This dude got a Chicago hat on. He probably can't even point out Chicago on the map, but he got a Chicago hat. And then what's up with them nails? Do he got eagle talons? Like, what's up with that, bro? Man, is that the booger sugar finger? Like, what are you doing with that, buddy? Where is that? Is this? If y'all know where this is, man, let me know. But it's funny, you know what I'm saying, how they talk about us. And they're wearing all our hand-me-down clothes and stuff that you gave away to the Goodwill and all of that. Like, how he get a Chicago hat all the way over there? Like, you know what I mean?
Leave us alone.
Look, that shirt Cuz got on. Do I say 1999? Oh, okay. Oh, look at your boy. He fresh though. Look, he got the white shirt on.
What the fuck is this? Go!
location. Now, I wish I could see what he has on. But you know what? They can tell a foundational Black American when they walk in the door. Like, they already know they're not like us because we don't look like them, we don't dress like them, and all of that. So they own him. They looking for them donations, man. And, you know, I'm not disparaging, you know, the people at all or nothing. Like, it's tight, but like, it's like they ain't got no home training or no manners. Like, the common sense ain't common. Like, you know, so like we don't get down like that. You could talk about, you know, America here and there. Now we got our little peoples, you know, up at the gas station that might open the door for you, want to clean off your little windows. You know what I'm saying? Standing on the middle of the street on the highway exit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get them a little shop. All right. But man, they ain't bold like this. This is super duper bold right here, man.
All right, it's mine. The prices blow my mind.
This is super duper bold right here, man.
See, now float to this. All right, now float to this. No, now float to this.
Also, you can tell they colonized. Ain't no way no brother gonna walk up into somebody else's hood talking about you want to fight and they all not mollywop cuz right there on the spot. Like, they not like us at all. Like, you can definitely tell.
Anyways, like I said, there is a lot of desperation going on in Africa, and we are seen as targets and money grabs. That is what is going on in different places that are really struggling. And these men, they don't have opportunities to get work where they come from. That's why they want to be where we are. This is why they take chances and risk their life. This is why they're risking their life to be illegal in America, be illegal in the UK, be illegal in Canada, be illegal in Mexico. They're doing all kinds of stuff to get out of Dodge, and they want us to replace spots with them. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We have Pan-Africans such as Dr. Ericana trying to give us someone to worship in the Burkina Faso President Touré, which I would never do. He was a coup leader for Burkina Faso. Yes, they got a thing going on with Mali and Niger. Maybe they're making progress in their own little way, but it remains to be seen what's going to happen over there, and that's none of my business, whether it's good or bad or indifferent. I don't care. You have her talking about we need to unify, we need to do this, we ain't got to do shit. They got to do shit. They want us to be their little slave, and we're not going. We don't want to give them our money. We don't want to be indebted to them. None of that. But this is the conversation that they keep having with us, trying to make us into debt slaves. And I'm not down for none of that. Dee says, right, why the hell would you go to a country that's not your land? Exactly. It would be one thing if it was developed. It'd be another if they had opportunities, if they had jobs, if they were calm, if they had their shit together, then that would be a whole nother situation, but it's not. You are putting yourself in harm's way by being victimized by the people of Africa that is desperately looking for opportunities, and that opportunity happens to be you. It happens to you. Laura Makes a Way says they know they made a nation. Morgan says, I lived in Africa for nearly 15 years and now I'm in the United States legally. I won't be going back. See? You lived in Africa for 15 years. Are you originally from Africa, Morgan? Are you African yourself, or were you from America and you went to Africa and moved back? I can't tell. Joshua says, have a great day. Best wishes and God bless each of you. Thank you for that. Golden Brown, how are you doing? You said sacrilegious, I guess you meant. Yes, Golden Brown. Augury says, if you've never been to a country, why claim it? Exactly. Sheena says, I'm going down with the ship. Exactly. D. Sully says, this is why you don't listen to people who has done nothing with their lives in the greatest country. Exactly. Laura Makes a Way says, out of where? I know that we're not from there. He has like more of a love for Africa because he was there for 3 years and he met a lot of people. He did a lot of videos. He did a lot of good stuff for the people. I get it. But that does not translate to me feeling the same way that he says that he feels. That's his journey. That's not mine. Right? You telling the truth, D says, of the land says, we have to be. Some are trying to make us mess up our identity and chase someone else's. Exactly. Laura Makes a Way says, starving. Pinky says, JT is the man on the screen was trying to be a rapper in California. Yup. MTG says Africa could be the wealthiest country in the world. Yeah, it could be. But they got a lot of stuff to do. They should be gathering among themselves to see what they can do with neighboring countries like Burkina Faso has done and others that are starting to get their self together. They need to follow the lead of what they have done to replicate what's being done. But that's not my place to see it through because I'm not African. I don't live in Africa. I'm tired of people trying to place me there. Laura Makes a Way says, I've been to many countries in Africa. It's horrible. Okay. And you also said, wealthy how? MTG says Africa is actually bigger than people think because they don't compare it to other countries on maps. Barzy says, now that's what they say, not me. I am Native American. Other Land says, wow, he says some of them are starving over there. Ortiz says, you have your ish stolen by black folks here. Why go there? Exactly. We have our own set of issues that we need to worry about. We have a president that is resetting everything. We don't need to get out of our position for other people for whatever reason. For what? It don't make sense to get yourself out of position while other people are trying to replace you over here. It's ridiculous. You said selling garbage is correct. Laura Makes a Way says, yes, selling garbage. You said, I don't say this, your fellow Africans say this. I am Native American, emphasizing on the American First Nations love America. Okay. Those names are garbage also. All right. He's been to California a lot. Yes, he has. Denise says, people need to know the truth. You live in Africa and help people in Africa keep speaking the truth. May God bless you. Exactly. That's the only thing that you can do if you go to Africa is to be used up and spat out. That's basically what would be. And then you have to recoup and come back to America anyways. Or you're going to live like a bum. Unless you have retirement money, unless you have military money that is set in stone, you are not going to be in a better situation than if you were in America. That's just it. But they're trying to sell us a dream and make us feel like we're not confidently comfortable here so that we take chances and risks that they don't want to take themselves, especially if they're African. That's the truth. Sheena, how you doing? You said, yes, he's from Northern California. Okay. Pinky says, Sheena says, remember when the war started in Ukraine, they were the first to try to flee. Yeah, they were. Barzy says, go live outside America. You will realize how good we have it. Went to school in Canada and still missed America. Yeah, okay. And Canada isn't even the same. Okay. Canada is gone. You said, I know people sometimes think they'll move to Canada and it will be the same as here. Not true. Pinky says, JT, let's be real. You were running from someone in America. That's why you were on the African continent. He used to talk so bad about us not wanting to go to Africa, y'all. So he has definitely done a 180. Because when he was in Africa, he was doing the same thing. That's why I played this video. Because he is contradicting what he said when he was in Africa. he was talking, saying that we were punks, cowards, to not want to go to Africa. Now he has a totally different tune. Since all these mass deportations are happening, it is waking us the F up. It's waking us up. You said, let them go, sir. We don't need them. Okay. Remember Nancy Pelosi did that? Okay. Please hit the like button, by the way. It was an African woman who said that. She said, we hate you, bring your money, build up our cities, and we throw you out. Exactly. The land said, yes, he's correct. The Africans will always view us as Americans, period. Exactly. Golden Brown says, a nigga from America. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Dean says, I know someone, friend, who was murdered there. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. Rest in peace to your friend or someone's friend. Pinky says he came to Southern California to be a rapper, got into a bad business deal with Snoop Dogg, son, ran to Africa. You said, is that Legos? I think they were talking in French, weren't they? I don't know. You said, I need this video, please. I got it from, I'll tell you in a little bit when I get done reading all of them. It's a new YouTuber I'm not quite sure of, but it is under Keep It P as in Paul, Keep It P Podcast Raw. Keep It P Podcast Raw. That's the name of the YouTube channel that you can get the video at. Laura Makes a Way. You said you go to Japan as an American tour, treated like a celebrity. And Dee says, yes, of the land, that man has never been the same. He sent his best black friend to do business with them. They killed him. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, you said, I have a friend who is Chinese and family disowned him because he was Americanized. Your friend got saved from communism. Yes, tether attack. All right. So what I want to show now, because I don't want to read all of them so that people will leave, but there was someone that was on Q Butter's platform, and he made mention him wanting to help out and give out money. This is the attitude that most Pan-Africans want us to have. I want to showcase what that looks like. I caught a bit of his comment where he was trying to say how you need to be.
Moving around as an American, like you get for real. So ain't no police to help you. You just gotta know where to go. It's beautiful parts of Nigeria. Just you gotta know people. That's pretty much any part of Africa. Really, anywhere out of the country, you should know people and not just move around. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely Africa, you gotta know people to move around safe. Understand the bribery, the police, and how they move to the ones that you're in that area that is policed. They're not exactly straight police. Like some of them be crooked. Like, they'll pull you over, ask you for bread. And that's like that. You go to Mexico too. It's like that. Certain parts of DR. You know, they'll try to bribe you. Like that in America too. Yeah, it's like that in America too. You know. So just understand, like, really ain't that promised land no matter where you go. It's like, bro, we had a whole green book written. We had a whole green book that's because of the police. Facts. So you say it's more it's still kind of like, well, it's the quid pro quo is more pronounced abroad. Is that what I hear you saying? What you mean by that? Quid pro quo? What you mean by that? You say bribing the police is more local and quid pro quo. If I bring some value to the community, then status and access is going to be granted towards that. Well, it's on a lower tier level, so it's like the police over there, like they might individually pull you over, and then when they find out you're an American, they'll try to shake you down for a little bit of bread. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to hide the fact that you're an American. Like, don't think you'll go, oh yeah, we all black. Like, nah, they can touch you by looking at you, especially Nigerians. They can touch you by looking at you American. Oh, we ain't all black over there now. You know what I mean? Like, they can tell, you know, it's a different skin tone, the eyes, everything. Like, they can tell. Like, I've spoken to them in reference to, like, how do you know? They said it's a different glow on your skin, is what they said. Like, I get that. If you say when you look at Indian people, it's like Indian people got a different type of, even though you black, it's a different type of black. Like, you know what I mean? say rather, it's a different type of melanation. It ain't like us. Like you can tell, it's not the same. I
ain't gonna lie, my son DG passing the test though, boy. I know you won't be aboriginal DG, but you passing the test. They looking real natural. No, so I'm just asking. So if I go over there and buy the whole police, the local police, if I buy everybody camelbacks, and that's a trivial example, if I get everybody camelbacks, am I gonna have some clout in the region or in that district?
If you get everybody camelbacks, what you mean by that? I don't understand.
Yeah, okay. I'm just being a real trivial example. It's of quid pro quo. If I go in there and outfit the police with camelbacks, or okay, if I upgrade them with the latest line, the whole police force. Okay, I just want to let you know you my man, but you ain't shit for that, man.
Camelback. That's what
you said. I'm saying, we saying quid pro quo. Listen to me. I was trying to do something real low level and trivial. It's just, that's a necessary. Everybody needs water. And you don't need that water. I got all the sandals. I run around free. No, because
they don't need no camel.
Look, I don't want to be using extreme examples of, but okay, if I outfit everybody with the latest SIG,
that might be
some basic load of ammo.
Might have them little gorilla, you know what I mean?
That's a little better. You say camelback. Camels, man. Yeah, you some camel saddles and sandals, man. Let's go to it's a great tool, man. Stop that. You just put the straw in your mouth. You clip it right there next to the walkie-talkie.
All you gotta do is find that one chief that ain't winning in his community. He needs some help to help them get the resources out of their ground. That's how you get them to get on board with you. Because resources, they just don't have the funding to get it out of their ground.
No, I'm asking because there's a brother that was over there. I cannot think of his name right now. And I think he's from the West Coast. He's a rapper. He was going over there and he was just down in the hood handing out all kind of stuff, PlayStations and TVs and all that type of stuff. He was on the campaign. He was bringing goods to the continent. In one small community of one country of Africa. I can't pinpoint where he was at, and I cannot remember his name. But I'm just wondering how that worked out for him.
Yeah, a bunch of folks have gone down there and done that. And honestly, like the people the Africans that are informed don't like that. They know, a little bit more about what Africa has to offer. Like some people that live on African soil don't even know what they have. They don't even know that they're sitting on a gold mine, like oil. They all have some sort of natural resource that is very valuable to that country. And it's really just about harvesting it. You know what I mean? So,
but he wasn't even on that type of time. He wasn't trying to go over there and explore. He was just trying to bring something like just to the local community, just to the peoples.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That meant we're doing something for them. It's not like when I go to DR, right? And there's certain really poor areas in DR, like San Pedro. You go to San Pedro, they will literally give you their children for $1 just to take the kids, right? You give them that $1, whatever it is, you give them money. That doesn't help them. It actually gets them in trouble.
But no, bro, I'm not talking about on that type of time, though. I know some real authentic Africans here in America. They go back. They're professionals, doctors, nurses, and they make annual trips, maybe biannual trips, and they go back and they provide services and they take good hygiene goods and all that type of stuff with them.
Yeah, like if you're doing a regular thing, yeah, that could be helpful. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like as a tourist, you go over there, and you're thinking that you're doing something by helping out somebody, you could potentially be putting them in trouble. You could be putting them in a worse position. Like when I give them money, I have to I have to tell them well, they know this already, but I have to hide it. I have to do it on the side because if everybody finds out that I'm giving out bread to anybody, it's up for me and it's going to be up for him when I leave. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't even allow us to do certain things over there or give certain things even if we wanted to. So when I went over there, I had the same mentality my first time. I had mad bread. I was like, yo, I'm about to get 500. I'm about to level change somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out the way I thought. It was actually not a good thing to do. I had to do it on the side. Like the homes that I built in DR, I can still go back there, and I have free reign. I can do whatever I want to do over there, but you know, I have to take precautions. When we go to certain spaces, you got to get clearance, going down certain roads, all that kind of stuff. So it's like everybody wants to eat. So anytime you pretty much take your meat and you put it in a line chain. That's what you do. You give it one lion a piece of meat. That all lines gonna hop on that one line. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. That's pretty much the problem.
No, I'm asking on the level of a whole community though. That's what I'm asking. I'm not talking about like just you know, if you're going in there and I mean it's ambitious, but on the level of you talking about doing something for the entire community versus just singling one household.
Yeah. If you can't do that, that's awesome. I didn't have the capacity to do a whole entire, community.
Again, they're looking for, in his mind, people to serve over there in Africa. Again, but you're going to run out of supplies, money, and you'll have to start all over again and re-up, or you're not going to be successful there for the long run. And that's what JT, the bigger figure, was talking about. And they were actually referencing him in the video as the person that was in Africa. So it goes together. I wanted to showcase a video that Dr. Ericana recently has well, she didn't put it out. Somebody else put it out. But she's always targeting Black Americans. I want to show you how the hustle is. And she is trying to get us to go get citizenship in Burkina Faso. She's trying to get people to sign up for this ADDI database. She's trying to get people to commit to giving money every month, towards her database, towards so-called developments of Africa, because that is the way in which they hustle us, talking about developments in Africa. But I want you to hear what she has to say. This is the manipulator of all manipulators, who is trying to make us feel guilty about Africa and trying to get us to worship Africans in Africa. Please hit the like button, please share and subscribe.
To this day, we suffer from the legacy of slavery and the legacy of colonization. For how long are we going to continue to suffer from this affliction? For it is singularly the reason why we are not able to come together just like other races and nationalities have done in this melting pot that is the United States of America. When you ask for the voices of the Irish Americans loud and clear, Jewish Americans loud and clear, German Americans, Italian Americans, Chinese Americans, Indian Americans, their voices are loud and clear. But when you ask for the voices of us Black people, you might as well go to the graveyard, because we are missing in action. We were taught, we were brainwashed into not even loving ourselves as individuals, let alone each other. We were taught not to trust one another. We were taught not to believe that my brother can, my sister can. But somebody else who doesn't look like you and I is better. As we speak today, Black people are listed as 3/5 of a human being in the US Constitution. As we speak today, the redlining continues. As we speak today, African countries are being made to pay ridiculous interest rates on loans that they should not be paying for. As we speak today, reparations are due. Everybody else has been given reparations, expect us. The question then becomes, what is wrong with this picture? Why are you and I standing up and demanding that what is right must be done? You don't expect those who put us in a position of servitude to undo the damage. They will continue it for as long as we're stupid enough to continue to listen to their lies. Wake up, Africa. Wake up, Black people around the world. Africa is your problem. Own it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. For Africa to change, for you to be able to benefit from what is yours. What's in Africa is the inheritance of every black person on earth. Right. But the disrespect is not just for the Africans on the continent. The disrespect is for black people around the world. The abuse is not just for Africans on the continent. The abuse is for black people wherever you find us. I'm going to share with you some basic facts. You see, our story is a simple one. Our story is of truth and facts, which are two constants that do not change. And all we need to do is give the world an overdose of our truth and insist on it. As we speak today, I'm going to take you back centuries, long before the children of Africa were taken out of Africa as slaves. There was some serious resistance when the occupiers from the West came to Africa, contrary to what some might think. They didn't just give up their children, but the fighting began long before slavery. And the resistance was those who led them, the majority of them, their heads, as we speak today, are sitting in jars in Europe. Are you aware of that? Our leaders, our ancestors who fought the wars of resistance, their heads, their remains are sitting in jars throughout Europe. And the same people have the audacity to come to Africa and talk to us about human rights. But what's even more disturbing is that we entertain them and we don't remind them of the skeletons in their closet.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. So guys, in today's video, I want us to continue listening to this revolutionary speech from one of our African leaders. She's known as Dr. Arikana. Dr. Arikana, she's calling unity amongst black people. And also, she's sending the warning to the Western country to stop invading, to stop destabilizing some of the black countries and also African country. And also, she's telling us how the black people, they are being treated in United States, not only in United States, all over the world. The black people, we are being oppressed. The black people, we are not being respected. And because of that, she's calling unity amongst black people. So kindly guys, watch this video till the end. Then I'll be back with more comment at the end.
I think you get my drift. Let me play this last video because it's almost 3 hours, whereby someone is talking about her scheme agenda to get us to go move to Burkina Faso, to get us to go develop the Burkina Faso, to get us to get citizenships in Burkina Faso. Let me get that video. Please hit the like button, by the way, if you have not yet. That was Dr. Arikana, who was a past ambassador to the African Union, who was abruptly fired for fraud. I've done plenty of videos about that. Please check out videos that I have done in the past where I showcased a letter that was written by the African Union about her fraudulent ways. Meanwhile, she's taken to us, trying to get us to go do what Africans are not wanting to do, trying to get us to go develop Africa, trying to get us to go get citizenship in Africa, trying to get us to change our name to African, trying to get us to worship Africans in Africa. It's ridiculous. And this comes from Snanov, if I'm pronouncing it right, but she's talking about the agenda of Dr. Arikana, and it is not going to benefit us. It's going to get us wrapped around her finger which is what she wants us to be, wrapped around her finger, listening to her sermons, getting people to feel some kind of way about who they are, trying to get us to feel like we're less than and we're not validated in the sense of being Americans, because she thinks that that is something that we should be ashamed of. Meanwhile, all these immigrants and non-documented people would love to be in our position, would love to become us, while we're being told that we're not good enough. And this is why I'm against Pan-Africans. That's why I'm against Dr. Ericana, also because she's a scammer. I'm against all Pan-Africans because they're anti-Black American, because they think that they have control over us, or they're trying to get control over us, over our identity, over our rights. If they could, they would strip us of being American, but they can't, and they hate it. This is why they bash us and gaslight us all the time. Meanwhile, this is her scheme talking about Dr. Ericana.
Hi guys, it's Anam. How you guys doing? I sure hope you're doing well. Welcome back for another video. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. Today we're talking about the citizenship opportunity in Burkina Faso that is offered by President Ibrahim Traoré. Okay, and so he is the president of Burkina Faso, and it's an amazing opportunity that's being offered by President Traoré and through ADDI. And when I say through, we're going to talk more about that. He's enlisted the help of ADDI to offer this opportunity to the diaspora. And so join me for this conversation. It's going to be good. All right, so now, in my last video, how to rebrand yourself, your life, and level up, go check that video out if you haven't already. I talked about, if you stick around all the way to the end, I talked about leveling up, and one way to do that is to leave the country. Just leave. Okay, if that's what you want to do. Repatriate, become an expat. And so I thought I'd give you some ideas of some places that you could go. And so this time what we're going to be talking about, the country we're going to be talking about is Burkina Faso, and this amazing opportunity. In the future, we'll be talking about more. If you're an OG, you already know that I talked about repatriating and becoming an expat to Africa and to Jamaica and other countries. I interviewed people. That was long-standing content. We're going to bring some of that content back. We're going to bring that back, okay, as part of our content offering, as part of our pillars, okay? Because it's one way you can level up and really live your best life and be your best self. There are a lot of reasons why Black Americans, Black American women, Black American men, Black American families want to leave America. And we ain't the only ones. Okay, there are a lot of reasons why people want to leave America for greener pastures and go somewhere else and live their best lives. And so we, in researching opportunities for ourselves and our own family, I ran across this one amazing opportunity in Burkina Faso. And I was like, I got to share it. I keep it to we don't gatekeep over here. Okay, we don't gatekeep. I had to share it. I got to share it. So look, we're going to hit this video. We're going to go through this video, and I'm going to share all the information. Got this over as me tongue-tied. I'm going to share all the information, and then you guys mull over it, see what's good for you, and make your own decisions. All right. Now, the citizenship opportunity is presented by President Ibrahim Traoré. Okay, I've been practicing my French in my Burkina Faso. Okay. Just practicing, right? Trying to pronounce this correctly. So my apologies if I don't. My name is Sanam, so I'm just saying I'll do the best that I can. So my apologies if I mispronounce this in any way. That is not my intention.
And while she's talking about going to Africa, where we're not from, you have so many other melanated people around the globe who is trying to fight tooth and nail to stay in America. It is so disrespectful that these Pan-Africans are coming for us, but I want you to listen to this attorney who was talking about the upcoming executive orders that will change lives pertaining to if you are a non-U.S. citizenship person. Listen to what she has to say and understand that it is them trying to tell us to remove ourselves from our birthright position. If you listen to the Pan-Africans, if you listen to the Dr. Ericanas, if you listen to the last video that I just showed, but listen to what she's saying.
Happy Friday. It's been a minute since I came here on TikTok or social media. I have been very busy. The beginning of a new year, new administration, so much going on. And my assistant decides to pursue bigger and better endeavors, which I wish her well. We have been together for the last 3 years. So, but now I think I'm back. I've found another assistant who is very capable. Now I can get back into communicating with you guys on what's been happening. Today I wanted to talk more about know your rights. If you are an immigrant, if you are someone in the United States who is not a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, you need to know that right now you may be subject to searches and arrest. And I'm saying this because someone told me, like early in the morning in their neighborhood, they just saw 2 cops randomly. They found individuals who were getting ready to go to work, and they decided to search their cars, and they sat them on the floor, on the ground. So now I'm like, I need to have this know your rights live.
Again, they want to fight tooth and nail with imaginary rights for non-citizens to be up in America, and they're all foreign blacks. At the same time, you have them fighting to be here in America, but telling us to go elsewhere to Africa. Is very, very suspect on what's been going on with these Pan-Africans and these Africans that are trying to preach and teach us to go away from our home country. And this is why I am against Pan-Africans and their ploy to get Black Americans to be so dumb to leave their birthright place, to go to uncharted waters in Africa and fail most times than not.
Mispronounce this in any way. That is not my intention. But President Ibrahim Traore is the amazing president of Burkina Faso, and he is enlisted.
Again, by whose standards is he amazing? And the place that she's speaking of, Burkina Faso, they had like a massacre that happened about 5 months ago that I talked about on another video with Islamic extremism going on over there. He had 19 attempted murders on his life, but that's where they want to send us to go. That's where they want us to go find ourselves in Burkina Faso.
ADDI to assist them. And so if you probably remember that ADDI was founded by Her Excellency, Dr. Arikana Chiombre Kwa, okay? And so ADDI stands for the African Diaspora Development Institute. And so to tell you...
And what's alarming is that she is becoming very popularized now on social media. So many different YouTubers have been speaking out for her ADDI, for her plans. I even heard it on Search of Uru, where someone brought her name up and brought up this ADDI. Again, it's a database where she's trying to get people to solicit their information and have their stuff uploaded on, their name and address and number and what they do and how much money they can pay towards quote unquote developments of Africa that you have not seen. She's the same person that claimed that she was going to build a Wakanda city in Ghana back in 2019. Ain't no sign of anything being built, but she's most certainly been collecting money, and she keeps collecting money. Now she's trying to get us to collect money by us giving up our notion of being national to America and get a nationality in Burkina Faso. That's what she's trying to get us to go do. And now she has this woman trying to big up Dr. Arikana as usual.
A little bit about it. ADDI was born out of the desire to bring Africa to the world and the world to Africa. There currently is no one resource to easily find information about Africa. And so ADDI aims to be that resource. And so there are so many reasons that this exodus has begun, and so many reasons why, from the brain drain from Africa, people going over to European countries in the West, and other areas for different reasons. And so also there, of course, was the 400 years due to the transatlantic slave trade, and that has really put a lot of strain on both African Americans or Africans,
let's show you that again.
Africans throughout the diaspora, wherever they may be, Jamaica, the Caribbean, wherever they may be. And so now ADDI is working through this to bridge the gap between the African diaspora and the motherland. And she always says the motherland welcomes you home. All right, so we're going to we've talked about what the ADDI is, okay? And so the next thing
she's vouching for a woman that she does not even know. I'm pretty sure that she does not even know what she was fired for, because everybody has given this woman an excuse to say that she'd been speaking out against France back when she was the ambassador. And that is why she was fired. But that is not the reason why she was fired. She was fired for fraudulent behind the scenes, behind the ADD, the African Union's back, using their logo, their name, to solicit money and pocketed that money in her pocket. But this woman is vouching for this woman without even knowing who she is and what she did and what she's about and what she's doing. And it's sad because we're always the ones that's being targeted. We're always the ones that's being marketed to. What about the Africans going back to Burkina Faso and building up Burkina Faso? What about the migrants and the illegals that don't want to be in their home country? Why come they can't go to Burkina Faso? Why they can't go to Africa? What is wrong with their money, their foot, their hands? Why aren't they invited? Why is it always being marketed to us? Because we are the only ones that have this birthright protection. And she's been trying to hone in or trying to strip us of our birthright protections by trying to have us get these citizenships. For what reason? What is the advantage of having so-called citizenship in Burkina Faso, oh God's sake in place, that still needs to be developed? That has dirt roads all over the place. Probably don't even have toilets. What are we supposed to do in Burkina Faso? But again, she's trying to make it seem like this is such a wonderful idea, but why is it not for the Africans, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, these illegals, these migrants? What's wrong with that? Why skip all those people and come to us with this bullshit? That's what I want to know. Hit the like.
I want to share with you. I'm looking at my notes, y'all. The next thing I really want to share with you is who Dr. Arikana, Her Excellency Dr. Arikana Jombri Kwa is. Okay, so y'all, if I'm mispronouncing this, y'all, we practicing. Just know I'm in the mirror practicing, okay, every day. So she is the African Union ambassador. She's the founder of ADDI. She is the African Union.
She was the African Union ambassador. She's no longer, because she was fired back in 2019.
Ambassador to the United States of America. She's been there since 2016. And she is pretty amazing. If you ever get a chance to hear her speak, I've only gotten a chance to hear her speak in lectures and video, but wow, to be in the same room with her, would be absolutely amazing. She's fully committed to reinforcing the long-standing deep cultural and economic relations between Africa and the U.S. She plays a key role in reinforcing the African Union's strategic partnerships with many, many countries around the world. And so she's amazing, including the U.S. Prior to her appointment, Ambassador Arikana Chiamboro Kwa was a renowned family medicine doctor in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Y'all, if you don't know, I'm just outside.
Yeah, she lives in an old plantation that used to literally be a plantation that she renovated a little bit, but she moved into that used to be said plantation. That's where Dr. Arikana's one of her houses are from. A literal plantation of old. She really looks at us as being she looks at us as slaves still. She wants us to do things that Africans wouldn't dare do. And she thinks that she can rein us in and pimp us, so to speak. And I'm warning my people against this woman that does not have integrity, who was fired for fraud back in 2019. And she should not be propped up on anybody's pedestal for anything. But she doesn't know, she's clueless. All she has to do is listen to her speak like a Umar Johnson, and they're on board to believe everything that she has to say. It's pretty sad.
Memphis. And so this is amazing. Where she's been practicing medicine for the last 25 years. Now, she has done so many different things. She's opened a clinic or medical facility in South Africa. She is amazing, and she's received so many awards. She is a medical doctor. Okay, she's received the Women in Excellency Award, and so
because of her resume, we're supposed to believe that this woman would not dare scam us, though. We're supposed to believe that this woman really is going to build a Wakanda city because she said so back in 2019 with President Ado and other chiefs of Ghana. That said, Wakanda City has not been attempted to be built, but donations and stuff she deliberately received and moved it forward with other stuff that she's been scamming and scheming about now. So I've been warning my people against Dr. Arikana for quite a while. I noticed Dr. Arikana back in 2018 when she was the ambassador, and I felt something in my spirit about her wasn't right then. And then when she was fired, I happened to find out through another YouTuber from South Africa, he used to live, that read off the reasons why she was fired. And I didn't take his word by himself. I went to a law library and looked it up and found the paperwork that was submitted to the State Department of the United States by the African Union concerning Dr. Arikana being fired for fraud. And so it's really sad that we have these people in our faces trying to make us feel bad about ourselves and trying to tell us what we ought to do. And again, they are trying to uproot us from our home country of America and have us go to Africa for what? For us to risk it all and be self-sacrificed for their development, for their upgrade, for their advancement. But look what happens to us when we get done dirty. We're just left in the dust and have nothing to show for. Let me see what you guys have to say, and then I'm going to conclude this live because it's past 3 hours. You said she gained weight. She may have. She may have of the land. You said this is what Africans live off on. They keep talking about slavery and colonization. That's all they do. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of hearing about slavery and colonization already. Yeah, she's not a real American. She probably is an American citizen, though. Lord makes a way. You said she's eating, called the food over there, needs to share with the hungry. Okay. Where are they with Wakanda? Nowhere, Sheena? Why is she speaking on Americans? We are okay. She always speaking on us because she thinks she has us wrapped around her little bitty finger. Yes, go back to Zimbabwe is where she's from, exactly. America will only pay reparations to Americans, not Africans or Caribbeans, but they're trying to change that, Pinky. They're trying to say that we're Africans and try to hijack our reparations towards Africa. That's what she envisions to do. Laura Makes a Way says they are trying to steal our identity. Yes, they are. You said I live well. All right. Sheena says there needs to be an audit on this crook. Exactly. Pinky says that's why we have to stop calling ourselves Black delineation. It's really hard not to call ourselves Black, though, because it's on my birth certificate, and I've been saying it for as long as I could remember saying it, but I get your point. Pinky also says we got caught stealing, but no charges. Yes, no charges. They just let her go. You said, why don't these Africans talk about what the Arabs did? Are they scared? Exactly. She shouldn't be able to collect money. She is a crook. Exactly. More lies. She's dangerous. I believe so. Dr. Crook, Ericana. Exactly. If they can blend in long enough, if no clear definitions are set, I say anyone can't track their lineage back to pre-1865 cannot claim it. Yeah, we would love to have that to be the case, DLS boss. But again, we have so many other people in the Black Caucus, in the Congress, in the Senate, and all over the place trying to work against us. And a lot of them are not American first. They are from the Caribbeans or they're from Africa. They're not American first like we are. You said, why doesn't she call for Africans to get along? Africans don't like other Africans. Exactly. Leave us out of the mix already. Pinky says the Americans are just fine. We don't need any unity with Africans, and most of us don't want it. We don't trust it, and it's not worth us gambling with our situation to try to see about what they're on, because they got work to do over there themselves in Africa. Who are you calling on? Ape Eric the Great? Sheena says, okay. Right. Amazing to go live in filth. Pinky says, you need mental health counseling. I looked at your channel and reported you. Please don't come back. Oh my God. A lot of people don't need to be let out of their own. This woman on the screen is hustling. Yes, she is. That's all. Is she going to mention that Black Americans have to pay a residence tax annually once they granted citizenship to those countries? I'm pretty sure she's not. It costs, what she say, $365 she's charging for some type of membership fee to the ADDI database. And then you have to get a kit for your DNA test to be done. And then you have to probably donate money for development of Burkina Faso. That's what she's trying to get you hooked on. So yeah, she's busy. They can go. Exactly. You said if you American and the police stop you, they will sit you on the ground. Okay. No, they never disclose all the extra fees. No, they don't. They leave it to where once you're hooked on the ADDI database, I'm sure she'll pull it on you then. You don't have rights here. Time to leave. Yeah, they should leave. Would you have rights in her country? Nope. Pinky says ADDI wants your social security number. Also, I know a woman that signed up. Oh my God, I feel sorry for her. Why would anyone give their info to known scammers? They don't know it. They just trust in how she talks. Love is everything. I'm not leaving when I have more than 4 generations on this land. I'm sorry, but no thank you. I will travel, but roots are not anywhere else. Exactly. ADDI was formed to bring Africans to America and Europe and cause confusion. That's what it's done. Yes, the so-called motherland. Sheena says ADDI has the social and everything happens that is on the person. They voluntarily gave up the information and will have to deal with the consequences. Yes, they will. What if it gets hacked? Her database can be hacked and all that information could be in the system. Pinky says, you know who she is. Shay over at BSI told us over a year ago she signed up. What? Oh no. Ooh, I hope that she don't have her banking information in that database. The land says absolutely, and at a time when Haitians are losing TPS status, they should tell that about Burkina Faso. Exactly. Tell them about Burkina Faso, for God's sake. Pinky says they don't have any use for poor people. Some of us are broke, but all of them are poor. Yeah, they don't want nobody. They don't have no money. They think that we have $1.3 trillion. So they want to utilize us for what they think we got. You said, what about North Africa? I ain't going. GA says, you're the idea. The idea of Africa isn't a bad one at all. Burkina Faso, not so sure. No, that's not a good idea at all. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't trust you go either. They never want to discuss Northern Africa. Ghana, absolutely, but they're definitely a positive move. No, I wouldn't go to Ghana either. Ghana is hustling us as well. I keep hearing talk about South Africa. Africa isn't united at all. Exactly. This lady is a dummy, just regurgitating things that she read about Americana. People like her are dangerous because they enable scammers. Exactly. They don't know no better. You claim that Ghana's fantastic. That's your opinion. All right. You said I'm a black British and went there. Okay. Other land says, when we're got done dirty in Africa, we got blamed for it. Exactly. Definitely. You are African, GA. You are anti-laws. You are an invader. Laura Makes Away says, why do you keep coming here? Oh my God. Of the land says, I think we should also delineate from the African label. It makes us bipolar and allows others to hijack our identity. Exactly. I say call yourself Indigenous American if you can. Remember that. You're Ivorian. Okay. Pinky says, how I try to say the people you refer to as Black American. Trump, Willie says, all right. So in closing, let me just say, I am not hating on Africans. I do not dislike anybody. However, I have a problem with people manipulating and trying to get us to do something that we need not do. We are from America. The people that they should be targeting are people that are having issues with their own countries, and maybe they can get them to move to Africa, but it is not our duty to do the things in which Dr. Ericana or any other person is trying to get us to go do. She really feels like she has this big influence over us because she's been in the ears of so many silly-minded individuals that can't think for themselves and go off of hearing her passion, how she talks, to mean that she's an honorable person. But she's just not honorable. And that's why I've been warning y'all against what she's been on. And now this new scheme of Burkina Faso getting citizenships, I believe one day it's going to bite people in the ass about these citizenships. Let me show you in real time what's going on with this last video. There are new rules for Africans and Caribbeans traveling in and out of the United States have to follow, or else. This guy is at the airport describing to us what he's going through in real time.
Okay, guys, we can no longer travel. Those who has U.S. passports and the passport of your home country, when we're traveling, we use our hometown country to go, and when we're coming back, we use a U.S. passport. That thing is over. You can't do that no more, and I'm a palpable victim of that. As you can see, I'm at the airport. I was trying to travel. Okay, so this is the JFK Airport, Kennedy. I should be traveling, but I didn't know how the appropriate visa because I have the passport of my hometown. And they made it very simple that they can let me go, but coming back, I'm gonna be in trouble. So they advised me to go get a visa in the US passport before I travel. Guys, listen to me very carefully. This is no joke. This time, immigration becomes very serious. If you, especially Africans and the Caribbean, we have our hometown passports and we have a US passports. You cannot go home with your hometown passports and not having a visa in your US passport. You're gonna have a problem coming back. So please guys, I advise everybody, share this video very well. I couldn't fly because of that. So it's real. I know we heard about this, how some Africans were refused to come in the US, though they're US citizens. And I have the proof that you can't do this no more, you can't do that no more. Okay, so guys, you gotta be very careful with that. You can see, okay, this is the airport, everybody else is flying. Me, I cannot fly simply because I did not have the visa in my US passport. Instead, I carry my home country passport. Okay, thank you.
Again, rules can change at a drop of a dime. Executive orders can be signed at a drop of a dime. These drive-by citizenships that people keep trying to get us to go do, I believe eventually it's going to get and bite us in the ass. Do not trust these citizenship drive-bys. Leave them be. Stop listening to these people who do not care nothing about you. And you don't know what Trump has in mind to go do. If you go get all these citizenships, what if he makes up a rule that the last citizenship that you have gotten, if you are American, that's where you're going to be deported to? How would you feel? Dumb as hell. With that being said, I've warned everybody since 2018 about these Pan-Africans, about these lying Africans. Not all, but far too many who think that they have a right to dictate to us what and how we feel and what and how we identify with. And we're not going for that. Here as Americans, we're going to be proud to be Americans. We're not going to let nobody knock us off our square. And we're not going to go live in Africa. If you go visit there, that's on you. But just know that you are a money grab. You are opportunity. People are looking to get from you and leave you with nothing as best they can. That's the truth. You have to have a man to support you, to help negotiate for you as a woman if you're single. So many women have been taken for a ride in Africa. And please check out, by the way, Kiki Loves Nigeria. She had a live yesterday where she was having a woman was having issues, I believe, in Ghana, and also being hustled by the locals and whatnot. So she had a interesting live, I would say. Just check her out. Kiki Loves Nigeria. She has a lot of people that has been burnt, and some have even been unalived. As you know, I did do Anja Africa, who mysteriously passed, and we don't know the circumstances of surrounding what really happened to her. In other cases such as that, as a single woman, we are not protected, but there are many people that are being told that take chances and risk to go to Africa single, and they're being done dirty. Some are even being done dirty as a couple. So it really doesn't matter. But we have protections here in America that we do not have nowhere else. We have to know where our butter is, our bread is buttered, and that is America. If people want us to feel bad about being American, why can't they leave America and go home? Why won't they leave America and go home? Why are they fighting and trying to get asylum, trying to do this, trying to do that to stay here if America's so bad? Because they know ultimately it's better than any other place around the globe. That's why everybody's flocking here, but trying to convince your dumb ass to go over there. So with that being said, please like and share the video. Please subscribe to my channel. I hope that you have a nice Sunday, but I have to go. Thank you and bless up.